Microphones are on and we're live. Hello everybody, welcome to Path to Carcosa, Arkham Horror LCG Chapter 4. We'll give you a bit of a recap on what we did last time, but if you are watching this and you haven't played through the Path to Carcosa, then you're going to have lots of spoilers. So I would recommend, unless you're not worried about spoilers, not watching this until you've played it yourself. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a few months when you've played it. Right, so I'm going to switch right over to the overhead camera now. There's a few people in the chat and hopefully the chat will work. No. Right, give us a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Do you want to have a recap of what we did last time while I get the chat working?
Campaign notes might help.
Campaign notes. And there is scenario 3, if you want to just have a bit of a recap while I fiddle with this.
Someone who hasn't got the lurgy can read it out. Not that I'm passing the back.
Alan's got the lurgy.
Bit of man flu, so apologies for all the sneezing.
Yeah, so last time we...
Dramatic pause.
Yeah, dramatic pause.
Yeah. Trying to find the name of the building. So the Historical Society.
Oh yes, it was a big building and we were looking around for something.
Yeah. There was we found out there was a previous version of the play.
Yeah, The King in Yellow. We were looking for information on it.
Was it a big library or something?
Directed by the same man, Nigel Ingram.
That's it.
Oh, so the play had been in town once before,
Yes.
and it was the same director.
Yes.
That was it.
And then we found out that one of the actors had been committed to an insane asylum, did we? Or something like that. And that
Is it the one who keeps playing the same character?
Could
Is
be.
it the yellow? No.
There we go. Right.
Yeah, the last record we did Resolution 1, didn't we?
Yes.
We
We did
yes.
Resolution 1.
The last record you find related to the original production of The King in Yellow is a psychiatric evaluation of one Daniel Chesterfield, a stagehand who lost his wits after the final show. It seems he was admitted to the asylum after the production ended. Perhaps he is still there. So I think we're going to the asylum.
Probably.
Okay.
And then we had the choice. The Resolution 1 was us taking the clasp of onyx, wasn't it?
Which
that we
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, which obviously was not some meaningless trinket.
No.
No.
Right, so Rick's here, Matt's here, sound and video is working fine, and Rick's playing the last Carcosa scenario on Thursday. Cool.
Awesome.
And Scott's asking me when the Tainted Grail video will be ready. Yes, thank you very much, Scott. It's an in-joke. I'm getting asked it on multiple platforms. YouTube, Patreon, Facebook, private Facebook, BGG. I'm being asked everywhere,
Wow.
when will the Tainted Grail video be ready?
Fantastic.
So is it ready?
No. Right, yeah, so we are ready to go. We are mostly set up for this chapter, but we'll read the introduction first. So, scenario 4, the unspeakable oath. Check the campaign log. If the followers of the sign have found the way forward, which they have not,
Nope.
according to the campaign log, we read intro 1, otherwise we read intro 2. So intro 2.
Do you have anything about that?
Over the course of the next few days, you delve into the evidence that you've collected, hoping to find any information regarding Daniel Chesterfield, a stagehand during the previous production of The King in Yellow. As far as you can tell, he is the only surviving member of that production's cast and crew. The rest of them, that is, those for whom you can find any records at all, disappeared or died soon after opening night in a variety of fashions connected only by their morbidness. Freak accidents, suicides, vanishings. It would seem that Daniel is your only lead if you are to investigate further. According to the records you found, he was admitted to Arkham Asylum many years ago. All documentation about Daniel's treatment seems to end there. You're unsure if he's even still alive. Perhaps he was cured and released. You were hoping to avoid this, but there seems to be only one way to find out. You collect your belongings and head downtown towards Arkham Asylum. As you enter the asylum, you stop to speak with the receptionist, though you feel your body urged to step deeper into the clutches of this madhouse. He gives you a confused expression as you tell him of the King in Yellow and of Daniel, but at your insistence he paws through his file cabinet, eventually pulling out a stark white folder. Inside is a wealth of information about the patients admitted to the asylum, medical records, psychiatric evaluations and the like. You recognise a few of the faces as he flips through the pages. Daniel Chesterfield, yes? He is admitted under the special care of Dr. Mintz, but you can't see him. His level is restricted to staff only. You argue and insist to be let into the patient wing, knowing that Daniel must hold the key to understanding what is really going on. The receptionist gives a pitying smile and relents, nodding to the security guards nearby. Oh, of course, he says with all of the honesty of a street peddler. I will schedule a meeting for you with Dr. Mintz so you can speak with him about Daniel. These gentlemen will see you in. Relieved that you will soon get the answers you seek, you are escorted into the patient wing of Arkham Asylum. Right, next we need to check the campaign log to see if Constance Dumaine is listed under the VIPs that we interviewed.
Yeah, Constance.
Yes.
Is that the only one that we interviewed?
No, we got 3.
Oh, we got a few.
Yeah.
Right,
Three.
okay. Oh yeah, I remember writing it on the left and then realising there was space on the right. Okay. Constance's information. You recall what Constance had told you when you spoke with her during the hellish dinner party. She and the other members of the cast and crew had been told by the director, Nigel Engram, to take some kind of oath. At first, she'd written it off as the whim of an eccentric artist, something Mr. Engram did as a strange formality to unite and strengthen the bonds of the cast and crew. And to his credit, she claimed that it had worked. Ever since they'd taken his strange oath, she and the other members of the troupe felt much more confident and full of spirit. Perhaps Daniel had a similar experience during the last production of The King in Yellow. You must speak with him about this. Each investigator places the top card of their deck face down in their play area without looking at it. Okay. So I'm just going to put it in my threat area. Treat this card as a courage asset with no cost, no icons, and 2 sanity. Discard this card if it leaves play for any reason. Okay, so because we interviewed Constance, we've basically been boosted. We've got 2 extra sanity.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what that card
Makes
is.
me think we're going to need it.
It's a card with 2 sanity. Right, proceed to setup. So I've gathered all the cards from the different sets. We have the Unspeakable Oath, Hastur's Gift, Inhabitants of Carcosa, Delusions, Decay and Filth, and Agents of Hastur. We've set aside the 7 monsters, so these are off camera over here. We've set aside the 7 lunatics that are over here. We've set aside Daniel Chesterfield and some other cards. We have 2 Asylum Halls Western Wing and 2 Asylum Halls Eastern Wing. If you can pick randomly which one of those we're using and just get rid of the other one.
We'll get rid of the top one off there.
And then the locations
Keep
go
the
into
top
play
one
like
there
that.
And then we'll get rid of the bottom one.
Okay, I'll take those. So we don't need those. We've added the extra -2 token into the bag.
Yep.
Check the campaign log. Oh, we've done that. So because we took the Onyx Clasp, we're using Act 2A, Part 1, rather than, or Version 1 rather than Version 2. And there is a reminder here about Exile. So I guess we're going to be coming across cards with the Exile on. So if you exile a card, it means remove it from the campaign. It goes back in the game box. If it was a card that you'd bought, you have to then buy it again.
Harsh.
Right, that's it. We are set up. Yeah, Rick's saying, I hope it isn't one of our best cards. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, it does say without looking at it. Yeah, hopefully it's a weakness. We will see. Right, we've drawn our starting stuff. I need to decide what role I am going to be starting the game in, and I am going to be starting the game in rogue mode. And as a reminder, so I'm Lola, so I can switch roles. If I switch roles in the round, I'm going to move it there, and that means I've switched roles. So that's the way I'm going to remind myself. And for those who are watching who are new to the channel, these glass tokens were made by Rick, who is in the chat. So yeah, thank you very much, Rick, for these glass tokens. Very useful, and you'll see them being drawn from the bag. Right, we are ready.
Do we begin in the Asylum Hall?
We choose. It said each investigator can choose in an Asylum Halls of their choice. So what have we got? I'll read this one. If you want to read the other one, Emily, or Andy.
You want to read that one?
So this is the Asylum Hall's Western Patient Wing. The pleasant atmosphere of the reception area disappeared as soon as Dr. Mintz shut the thick iron door behind them. The temperature dropped to a clammy chill, and a foul, sharp stench hung in the air.
Well, this is the Eastern Patient Wing, and it has the same flavour text,
Okay,
so I won't read it.
Do we start 2 and 2?
I think 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'll start here because it's nearest me. Which one am I? I'm the red one, aren't I?
I'll let you guys choose. I'm
green.
quite flexible.
I'll be.
Barb's here. Hi, thank you for joining in. And Rick's saying the exile cards are very strong. I would
do it on
hope they would be.
location then.
Okay, I'll go here then.
Right, so we'll read ours, which is 3 shroud value, 4 clues. Each lunatic enemy at this location gets +1 horror. In fact, the quote here is actually just a quote from another book, so it's not flavour text to do with this location, really. Yeah, it's something else. So there we go. There are 4 clues here.
Brilliant.
I'll tell you what we've done, what we've not done, the thing that we forgot to do. Read this.
Oh yeah.
So, Agenda 1A, locked inside. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No.
The patient wing of the asylum is far quieter and lonelier than you had expected. The hall reeks of chemicals and body odour. As soon as you are escorted inside, the doors behind you are closed and locked tight. This only requires 2 doom to advance.
Oh,
So that'll be fairly soon. Right, Act 1A, Arkham Asylum. Aside from the few patients giving you a wide berth, there aren't any orderlies or doctors around to speak with. Looks like you'll have to find Mr. Chesterfield on your own. We need 12 clues.
Crikey.
So there's 4 here.
We've got none here.
We
No.
are in the wrong room.
Definitely.
It's the wrong room, Gromit.
No clues. But you can take 1 horror to evade automatically. You evade a lunatic enemy at this location.
I won't be doing that.
But no clues.
But no clues.
So from here we can get to the yard, and then to the garden, and the mess hall and the kitchen. And over there you can get to the basement or the infirmary. So it's interesting. The scenario looks like it's quite open from the start. It's not like
Yeah.
there's any locked doors or anything like that.
No.
Right, okay. So we are ready to go. Now,
Are we just supposed to keep these face down?
yeah, we're not
Yeah.
supposed to look at them.
Okay.
It's just something that we can put 2 sanity on.
Ah, okay. Might put mine over here then.
Actually, yeah, it's not a
Good
bad idea,
shout, yeah, very good shout.
because we might need some gribblies.
Yeah.
Well, I've drawn my improved Leo de Luca, so my first turn is generally a bit of a setup.
Yeah, mine's going to be fairly set up E as well.
Well, I might go for a bit of a wander then.
But you're good at finding clues, aren't you?
Yes. So you kind of need to get over there, really, or somewhere else.
Yeah, because there's no clues in here.
Yeah. So it just depends whether she comes to join you or goes
Yeah,
one of the other ways.
that is true. That is very true. Well, if you're going for a wander, shall I hold off?
Yeah, me and Paul will hold off
Yeah.
then, and then we can react to anything that
Well,
might.
if I'm wandering, I'll go first and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So let's march down this way to the mess hall.
So first action, mess hall. A wide open doorway leads into the asylum's mess hall, where patients would have their meals. It's quieter than you expected. There are no chairs scuffling, dishes clanking, or patients speaking with one another. Right, flip it over. So, 8 clues, shroud value of 2,
Oh,
which is good.
That's pretty good.
Forced effect. After you successfully investigate the mess hall, you have to choose and discard a card from your hand.
Ooh, that's savage.
It is worth a victory point if we clear all the clues off it, but that is, yeah.
yeah, that's
What
good.
if you don't have a card?
That's a good point. If you don't have a card, I guess you don't suffer the effect.
Okay.
There's no... It isn't a requirement. It's after you've successfully investigated, and there's no penalty if you don't have one.
Okay.
So yeah, go there with no cards in hand.
Or with
Or
just
very
one
few,
that you
yeah.
put towards the...
Yeah. We can do that. Right, it's your first action done.
Shall I go wandering again or shall I do some setup? I think I'll do some setup.
Set up just in case.
I'll gather 3 resources with an emergency cache.
Yeah, this is scenario 4 from the Path to Carcosa campaign.
Then I will play Rite of Seeking for 4, which is the one that lets me search stuff
Okay.
using my wits instead of my brains.
Okay, well I'll go next. I'll spend all of my resources to put Leo de Luca in play. I don't really need this charisma, so I'm going to slide it under there for now. So that cost me 5, but I can take an additional action in my turn, so I've still got 3 actions. And I might draw a card. Ooh.
Sounds good.
Now this is interesting. This is interesting because it is play after you would fail a skill test by 2 or less when investigating and discover 2 clues. So I want to go here. I want to fail.
Yeah.
Because then I don't suffer the penalty, but then I get 2 clues.
Yeah.
But the chance of me failing is actually
pretty small.
well, possibly.
I suppose there's a couple of minus, a load of minus
Yeah.
twos
How
in there now,
bad
isn't
is there?
I'm
anything
3.
really-
there? Yeah.
But in the bag with the special icons, what's
Oh,
the
yeah,
highest
that's right.
minus?
Well, I'm going to take 2 more actions to take 2 resources. But you're right. We should look at this. So the skull in this scenario is -1. If you fail, randomly choose an enemy from those set aside and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So
and a
se-
modifier
seven-
of 0.
it goes under there. No, -1.
Oh, -1. Oh, sorry.
Right, the cultist is -X, where X is the amount of horror on you. And it specifically says on you.
Right.
So I don't think that applies to
This card.
horror on other places.
Yeah.
The tablet, if we have any, I don't think we have any tablets.
No, I think we took them out.
I
didn't
don't think we have any tablets or any elder things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in there for the other optional setup. Right, okay. Done. Yeah,
So is that red done?
yeah, that's me done.
Emily, I'll let you kick on.
Have you got your books?
Well, just trying to decide which ones to put down. I'm gonna get some. I've got these archaic glyphs, so we'll put them down.
What, the deciphered ones?
Yeah,
They're quite good, aren't they?
they are. If you could spend a charge, and when you're investigating, for every 2 points you succeed by, you discover an additional clue.
Because you were
Yeah.
hoovering up clues like 3 or 4 at a time, weren't
So
you?
hopefully that'll be useful.
That'd be really good for over there, wouldn't it, as well?
Yeah.
With the 2 shroud value, very good for over there.
Yeah. Adam's here. Hi, Adam. And Ricky's saying, have you improved the chat? No. I haven't done anything. YouTube chat adds my chat instantly to a window on the right, and then when chat catches up, it goes to the left. Nope, I've not done anything. But YouTube might have changed their way that they do things. The right-hand box, by the way, the big black box on the right-hand side that's empty, that's the Facebook chat. So if anybody's watching this live on Facebook, you can pop on, add a comment in there, and that chat will appear. There's no point in me hiding it because it's covering up a load of stuff that we've got off camera. So, yeah,
Did we agree that if you've got no cards in hand, you don't discard?
we did.
I have a question on timing.
Okay.
Supposing I commit a skill test card to the check,
Yeah.
and that requires that I draw a
Draw a
card if I
card.
succeed, do I do that
Ah.
before or after
I'm not
that
sure.
discard effect
And we
kicks
can let
in?
our people in the chat find out an official answer. But if we don't get an official answer, I'm going to say if there are 2 effects that are happening at the same time, you can choose the order.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So we'll do that. Who knows if that's right or not?
So how many moves have you done, Emily?
I've also put my hyper awareness out, so I can spend a resource to get an extra book or agility.
Cool.
And then for my third go, I'll move across.
Okay.
They're ready for next time.
Alan.
Right. I'll draw a card. Okay. I want what I wanted.
I want results and excuses.
Yeah. Right.
He's just bought he's been to the shop, bought a shotgun.
Yeah. So what do we? Shall I stick over this side, or shall I come
If
along?
you feel that you're safe on your
Yeah.
own, that's not the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you feel that you're okay on your own,
There,
it seems
yeah.
silly not to explore these
Explore them.
locations.
Yes. Explore or setup, I think you want to be
Well,
on.
let's. How many cards? It's 8. I can hold.
8
isn't
at the end of
Yeah.
the
Let's
round.
draw
Yeah.
another one here then for a minute. Oh, it'll do.
Scott saying lead investigator chooses, but Adam's saying you have to apply the Grim rule. Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
No. The Grim rule doesn't work like that, Adam.
So
I think the Grim rule is that if the situation is not covered by the rules, then you apply the worst possible outcome.
right.
Not just in any ambiguous situation. It's where something happens that's not covered by the rules. But I think this is in the rules.
So for my third move, I'm going to play Ever Vigilant. To play Physical Training, the Knife, and the Guard
Oh,
Dog.
this is the one that allows you to play 3 cards.
Yep, at a cost of 1 resource less for each. So that's 1, 0, and 2. So that must be
Nice.
4.
Very efficient, action-wise. Okay,
Excellent.
so we're all done. Where are the reference cards, by the way? I've not got them.
I've not seen any.
No,
No.
no, never mind. Are we going to be able to do it from memory?
No.
Because
Almost certainly not.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because I don't actually know where they are and where I would have put them. They'll be in one of the boxes, but which box, I don't know. So surely I can do most of it from memory. We've played it enough. Oh, maybe not. What's these there? Oh no, that's something else.
I don't think it's in here.
Right, well they're not here.
Shall I check the shelf?
Check the shelves, see if they're on the shelves. If not, I've got the rule book handy. It's probably on the back of the no, it's not on the back of the rule book. It's probably on the back of the Learn to Play. No, it's not on the back of the Learn to Play. Why? Because it's on the reference card. So why would they need to put it anywhere else?
I can't see anything obvious.
No. Right. Well, we'll go from memory.
Yeah, let's wing it.
I'm sure once we've done it a couple of times, we'll be all right.
And I'm sure chat will point out where we're going. Right?
Yeah. So that's the investigation phase done.
Everyone done?
Then it's the enemy phase. There's no enemies. Then it's the upkeep phase. So we all stand up, ready cards. Everybody gets a card and a resource, and then you discard down. That's it. Card and a resource.
Oh,
Damn it.
oh,
Oh.
got me a man in the pallid mask.
Oh right, he's arrived.
Yeah. Location farthest from all investigators. This is
Over
score
here
point.
then.
Are we there?
Yep. He's in the garden.
Yep.
Okay.
Knocking about in the
And he doesn't have hunter.
No,
In fact,
got
he's aloof.
Yeah.
So he
So-
doesn't do anything
No.
unless we choose to attack
But
him.
we get a mark every time we kill him in our
That's
little,
true.
Campaign log.
That is true.
And he is my arch enemy, so I'll be going.
Right. So everybody discards down to 8, and then we do next round. So Mythos phase.
We got
1 doom on the current agenda. And then everybody gets a card. Yeah.
Yep,
Starting
starting with the
Lead
lead
investigator.
Oh yeah. Do. Which are the ones that we've got to keep to ourselves again?
Should be
That's the
obvious
key
from
word.
reading it, I
Yeah,
think.
it should be really.
There's
Right.
peril, which is
There's
you've
a
got to make the
peril.
decision without consulting.
That's it. Yeah.
But then there's the other
There was
one.
that other
Which
one.
stick in your hand, isn't it?
It's not hidden, is it? Or-
Hidden.
That's
Is it hidden?
cool.
Yeah.
So
Hidden. Add them to your hand without revealing them and pretend that nothing's going on.
there we go. And that's it. So Surge. If you have at least 3 horror on you, lose 1 action, which I don't. But I draw another one. The yellow sign. Test willpower 4. If you fail, take 2 horror. This sounds horrible. Search your deck for a madness weakness. Draw that card and shuffle your deck. Okay. So
And Scott's in the Facebook chat as well. Cool. There you go. Scott's everywhere. He's on the left, he's on the right.
I really don't want to be doing that.
Do you have a madness weakness card in your deck?
I can't remember.
What weakness have you got?
I've got
Apart from your own one.
bear with.
He's looking at his deck list. Shall we do your card while
Yeah.
Alan's looking that up?
Oh, I've got a roach swarm. X is the shroud value of roach swarm's location.
So 3.
Okay.
So
Fight of 3.
How many health?
2.
2.
It's not just like the rats. It's a tougher
Roaches.
version of the rats. Yeah.
I
Okay.
prefer the rats.
Yeah, it's the taking 2 horror bit I don't like the sound of, to be honest with
Right.
you. I reckon I've got to at least give it a go.
Okay.
Um,
Nobody's with you, so we can't help.
and I'll use Sophie to take 1 direct damage and get +2 to the skill test. After damage, place a card you control, draw 1 card, so I get to draw a card. Question is, do I want to back it up?
Oh, don't forget you can place horror on here.
That's true.
You can, and then that card will be
We don't know what that
discarded.
does.
So I'm currently on 5 and I'm testing 4. I could back it up with my Dynamite Blast, but that seems a bit of a...
We might need
I
that
might need that.
in an asylum.
Or
You
I
never
could
know.
do it with a Let Me Handle This, which is the one that allows me to take the cards off of you guys. But if there's going to be a lot of horror, I'm going to back it up with that
Okay,
to make it a +2.
right. Let's see what we get. Easily.
+1. So I didn't need it anyway, but it's done.
Okay. So token back in the bag. Emily's done hers. Andy.
It's a hazard, some ooze and filth.
Nice.
Each location gets +1 shroud.
Okay. Permanent. Until the end of the round.
Yeah.
End of the round, it's discarded. So everywhere has got +1 shroud.
Which makes
Does
the
that mean there's
cockroaches a bit
+4?
nastier.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just going to put this card in my hand for no reason at all. Right. So, tower again.
Right.
I can kill the cockroaches if you like.
Don't think I can.
I can
Sounds good.
put shrivelling in play, move, and then shrivel them.
Stamp on them.
Yeah, should
Yeah.
we do that? You want to do that first then?
Yeah,
If
might as well.
something goes wrong, we can step
Form
in.
a contingency plan. Right. Shrivelling
Charlie's here in
now
the Facebook
play
chat. Hi Charlie, thanks for joining in.
with 5 charges.
And he's got a dream setup.
Yeah, I got my searching and my shrivelling.
So first action, put shrivelling into play. Second
Yeah.
action, move. Third action,
Attack!
shrivel those roaches. And if you miss, you hit Emily.
Yeah, but that's fine because I'm not going to miss.
Been told
Well,
that.
I might.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Would anyone like to assist me? I'm doing it. I've got a wits value of 5.
It's his head, is it?
Yeah. And the roaches have what, 4? So a +1 would be nice if you can.
Now, isn't there something special because we're doing a thing?
Yes, so if commits a card to a skill test, the card gains a question mark icon until the end of the test.
And that's
Limit once for each investigator per round.
yeah.
So if you use that on Andy, it gains a... Oh no, because someone's got to
If-
use
if
a card in
somebody
the
plays
first
a
round,
card-
don't they? Yeah.
It's got an extra.
Okay, I've got a question mark. 1
Okay.
question mark, so it'll gain you gain 2.
Okay,
Do you
so
mind
that,
if I do it instead?
No, that'll be good.
Because I've got quick thinking, which I don't think I've really used before. But if this skill test is
Ah.
successful by 2 or more, I get a free action.
cool.
Nice.
Okay.
And you're in the right mode to play it as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
by accident or not, you are.
Yeah, by accident. Yeah.
Right. So I'm currently at.
And that gets an extra question mark because of you, but that
Yeah.
is my use of your ability.
So I'm at +3. Ooh,
Ah.
+1. So it's a success anyway.
But it didn't.
No, I didn't get me free action.
So shrivelling has used a charge, and the cockroach thingies are dead.
Does it do 2?
Dead?
Yeah, it
Does
does
two
2.
damage.
Cockroach is
Yeah.
shriveling is +1 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And if it wasn't for that shroud, you'd have got your extra card, extra action even.
Yeah. Never mind. So you're done.
Yeah, that's me done.
Right. Well, if it's okay if I go next, I am just going to spend 2 of my 4 actions on discarding this horrible, nasty card that I had. Then I'm going to move here, and then I think I'm just going to do a normal investigation.
Mhm.
So I am 3,
Yeah. It
It
now
is 3. and I'm not going to add anything
No.
because I want to fail
So you can play your card.
by a little bit.
Oh.
Okay. So I succeeded, which means I get a clue where hey, but I have to choose and discard a card from my hand. I will do that if somebody else wants to take their turn.
Cool. I'll put my Colt into play for 3.
Oh, these are good.
Shall I go exploring?
Yeah, we need to find out what else is around here.
Where have I got? The infirmary
Which one?
or the... What's that one? The basement hall?
Basement sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's, what could possibly go wrong going off into the basement?
Exactly.
Could someone read that for me?
Okay. The door leading to the basement hall is locked. You cannot enter the basement hall. Try again.
But we can't go there.
Yeah, we can't go into the kitchen either.
I see, right.
You can, however, go to the
I would want
infirmary
to go to the
instead.
infirmary, yeah, let's do that instead.
The scratched plaque on the wooden door reads, Infirmary. This must be where the doctors treat their patients. Shroud value of 3. 1 clue per person. Action is heal 1 damage and take 1 direct horror, or heal 1 horror and take a direct damage. Limit once per round. Victory 1 if we scavenge all the clues.
I could potentially use that to start drawing cards out, but...
So we're going to have to find a
So that's
key
my second action.
somewhere to the basement and the kitchen.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it's probably not worth
Must
me
be
hanging
up
around in
higher.
there, particularly, is it? So I might as well just kind of move back, I would have thought.
If there's nothing for you to do in there, you might as well.
I mean, I've only got a wisdom of 2.
Yeah, come on
So-
back then.
I might as well just go, oh, well, that was exciting, and head on back.
So
Got my
you're
gun
done.
out ready and everything.
We can still, we can search for clues there.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think there's any
Yeah.
point me staying there, is there? So
Okay.
I'll come back out.
If you're going to search for something, I've got a card I want to throw in.
I'm going to get my encyclopedia out. Right, so I'll investigate some clues. It's currently at 4, and
It is.
I'm at 4.
I'll give you +2
Plus 2.
Is that with the
with
the +1?
no, because that one's already used up, isn't it?
It's used up for me.
Okay.
Not used up for me.
Well, it's +3 then, I guess, if you,
Right.
if you want to.
Okay.
You better succeed.
What's this card?
Oh, that's taken.
It's
I
minus
feel
1.
like that's a bad.
It's minus
Yeah.
1, and if you fail, we get a monster here.
Oh no.
we didn't. If we fail.
Okay,
So
Okay.
success.
I get a card.
Success.
And there's no force thing. With
No,
damage
no
or
force
anything?
here.
Cool.
And I will do it
that's
again.
nice.
But exhausting a card, is that an action?
Not unless it says it is.
No. In that case, I'll exhaust the encyclopedia to give me +2 skill.
Is that next to a wiggle or an arrow?
It's an
That's
arrow.
an arrow.
An arrow is an action.
An arrow is an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big thick arrow is an action.
Okay.
Lightning squiggle is
Lightning
is
squiggle
fast.
is
Not an action.
in that case, I will spend. Probably have a card actually. No, I don't. Okay. I'll spend a resource to get a +1 book.
Okay.
So I'm only at +1. 0.
Yep. Another clue. There you go. Right, so we're all done.
Yeah.
So enemy phase. None of that. Upkeep. You'll stand up. We get a card. And we get a resource. And then discard down to 8. I haven't switched yet, so I'm going to just before the end of the round. Which means at the end of the round that goes back there. Right, next round. So Mythos phase. We get 1 doom on there, and then this advances. Speaking with the patients is proving more difficult than you had assumed. They eye you cautiously and refuse to answer any of your questions, backing away or fleeing if confronted. Either they're not used to guests, or something about you is causing them a considerable amount of distress. Some act like animals backed into a corner, and you think at any moment they might strike. Shuffle the encounter discard pile, and each of the set-aside lunatic enemies into the encounter deck.
Ooh.
So that's these. So all of that and all of that goes in there. Right. The lead investigator must randomly choose an enemy from amongst the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it. So the fact that we're choosing randomly, it doesn't really matter that the lead investigator's done it, except if it's bad, we can blame Alan.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure I'll be the one taking it out anyway, so.
So that, I think, goes there.
I've
Don't know
killed
why.
a big pile of cockroaches.
That's true, you did.
Yeah, surely we can go home now.
yeah.
Done my
That's
job.
our job done.
Right, okay. That goes there. That disappears. And we are now on Agenda 2A. Tortuous Descent. The longer you spend in this hellish place, the more you want to leave. Already it has felt like days. You fear that if you are stuck here much longer, you will become like the patients, a husk of your former self, unruly and dangerous. Now, 7 Doom advances this.
Wow.
So we have plenty of time, but that tells me that this advancing
Is bad.
is bad.
Yeah.
Is bad. But there is still another agenda after this. So, right. We all get cards.
Oh yeah. Oh god. That's about the worst thing that I could have got. Corrosion. Discard item assets from play and or hand with a total printed resource cost of at least X, where X is the shroud value of your location.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yes.
So that actually should have been shuffled in.
So I've got to discard a value of 3.
Yeah. Can't help you, I'm afraid.
Well, you haven't got your shotgun yet.
No.
So-
But I have just wasted a load sticking down me Colt, unfortunately. Never mind.
So your gun's corroded.
My gun's corroded. I've literally taken him out and it's corroded.
It's full of bullets and it's...
And it's gone.
Right, okay.
Ooze and filth.
Okay.
Mm.
Put ooze and filth into play
More
next
shroud.
to the agenda deck. Each location gets this one shroud.
Okay, I've found a straitjacket treachery. If there is no copy of straitjacket in your threat area, put straitjacket into play in your threat area as an asset that takes out a body slot and your 2 hand slots. Let's move that over, which I'm not using at the moment.
Okay.
Return each asset in those slots to your hand. This card cannot leave play except by the ability below.
Well, who's
So
put that on you?
Yeah,
There we
just
go.
suddenly magically appeared.
I'm now wearing a straitjacket.
Right. 2 actions to discard it.
Crikey.
It's all right. I don't need my hands to cast spells.
I have drawn a mad patient. So this spawns nearest asylum halls. So that'll be here then.
Yep.
Prey, most remaining sanity. I have 6.
I've got millions.
Well,
Well, it's
5.
here.
It's going to be
What's
me
your
then.
remaining sanity?
7.
8.
Okay, so it goes on you. Forced, when you attack the mad patient, take 1 horror.
I got most sanity, haven't I? I got
Yeah,
8.
but it spawns here,
Oh.
and then the prey is who it engages with at that location.
Yeah, but I'm in that location as well.
Who's red?
Oh, sorry.
Praise on the most
I thought it was
remaining.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it spawns. Oh, you're right. It spawns here, and it engages with you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So listen to Andy. He's right. Keep forgetting I'm red. Never play red.
It's all right. I'll kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy. Bob's got to go. Thanks for joining in. I don't know why I'm looking at the camera and waving because they're not. They're not,
They're
on.
not there, no.
I'll wave here. There you go. Right. Is that everybody with cards?
What was yours?
That one.
Oh, okay.
So
Thanks for that.
that's all right. We're all about the sharing. Investigation phase. Did it spawn at your location? No, it didn't. It spawned at the nearest asylum halls. I was
Yeah.
just getting confused because I thought I was
Yeah.
purple, and I wasn't. Right. So, you say you're going to kill that.
I might as well. I can go first if
You
you
wanna
like.
go first then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for my next trick, I'll kill this with no hands. So I have +3. What's that one?
That's the good thing on your card.
Oh, I get a +1 charge to something.
Ooh.
What shall I have? How
Shriveling.
about I think I'll replace the shriveling charge I've just used.
Yeah. Probably going to need that based on the number of lunatics we've just shuffled into the
Yep.
deck.
Right, so he's going to die horribly.
Nice. But when you attack it, you
I take
a
a
horror,
horror, yes.
Yeah. which you could put on the discard.
Yeah, I could, couldn't I? Right, is that one of those symbols? No, it's
No.
not. So,
Basically, if it's one of the bad symbols, you get horror.
so that's action 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to go exploring.
Okay, so up to the yard.
Yep.
So this is the fresh air and the illusion of freedom makes the asylum's courtyard a common gathering place for patients. Through the barred windows, dead tree branches sway in the wind. Grey, overcast skies trap the asylum in a dull limbo. Right. So we have 4 clues with a shroud value of 1.
I like the sound of that.
While you are investigating the yard, it gets +1 shroud for each horror on you.
Okay, does that me or my assets?
It says on you. So we'll ask this to the people watching. When it says each horror on you, does it mean you as a character, or do all of your assets also count? I'll let them answer it while I look it up. There is an action. If there are no clues on the yard, take 1 damage and remember that you incited a fight amongst the patients.
Well, that sounds fun.
Okay, so I will look up the answer to that and see if I
Right.
can find an answer before the people in the chat.
So that's
do.
got a shroud of 2 at the moment. For my last action,
What was I looking at? Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use the right of seeking to investigate using my wits. And that's a success, which means I get 2 clues and lose a charge off that. I'm done.
How many clues do we need? Not too many, is it?
12.
Like a boss.
Okay, I think horror on you means your character and not your cards. That's what I think.
Isn't there
Whereas-
something like that says direct?
Direct means you can't put it
Put
on
it on
anything
anything
other than
else.
your
Yeah.
character.
Right. Okay.
The reason I'm saying that is there's a section here that says if an investigator has horror on him or her equal to or greater than their sanity, that investigator is defeated. And that specifically says if an investigator has horror on them.
Scott was saying the opposite. If that means
He was. And Rick's saying else it would say your investigator instead of you. Okay. Well, we'll go with that.
So we think it's all, do we? All, all
That's what
cards.
that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I got a success that round.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
But yeah,
So all cards.
all cards you control. Okay, right.
We'll
We'll
go
go with
with
that one then.
Cool.
We'll go with what the chat says.
Right.
So you're all done.
Yep. I killed an enemy and got 2 clues while wearing a straitjacket.
Yeah.
Beat that.
And you're
Yeah.
still wearing the straitjacket.
Yeah.
You killed 2 enemies.
1 enemy and 2 clues.
Oh yeah, nice. How did you get the 2 clues?
Because this one gets me 2.
Oh right, that allows you to investigate.
Yep.
That's not the draw a cardy thingy.
No.
It's just an investigation card. Nice. Shall I go next and do a bit of investigating here?
Yeah.
See
yeah,
what
we need
happens?
to hoover them up, don't we?
Because I kind of want to fail, in a way.
Or you could come up here. This is a nice, easy one to investigate, and then maybe we can do that one in sight of fight.
Well, I'm hoping that I use my card to get rid of these
Yeah.
clues here. So yeah, I'll investigate first. First action of 4.
I wonder where we find those keys.
Yeah, the shroud value is 3 because of this.
No, that's cool. Oh yeah,
That's-
we
that's
had a new
new-
one.
that's a new
didn't
one.
we?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So I am at 0. -2. Excellent. So I failed, which means I will play this card. Look what I found. So play after you fail a skill test by 2 or less when investigating. Discover 2 clues at your location.
Perfect.
There you go. Right, now, I don't know about getting rid of the rest of them. It is worth a victory point, but it's having to discard cards.
Well, we only need 12, don't we? We've
Every
got
time we do
7 now, is it? Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11.
There's one more.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Can you handle the card discards? You've got anything in your hand you think, wow, that wouldn't be...
I mean, they're all good.
Yeah, so-
Well, I mean, if I go down there, I can basically get 2 clues for every card I
yeah,
discard.
that's
so
true.
True.
it hurts me a bit less than it
Yeah.
hurts you guys.
Okay, so I might go here as my second action. I think then I might just draw some cards. Because you're probably going to investigate twice, aren't you?
I think so.
So if I draw cards, I can help you if you need it
Okay.
with some boosts. So yeah, draw a card as my third action. I've got a healing horror card. We don't need it yet.
Nah.
Not
Yeah.
yet,
And we
but
might not
like,
in this
that might
scenario.
be useful.
oh, I don't know. I get the feeling we might. I reckon we're going to slowly go insane
Sure.
doing the same.
Okay, well I've got that.
You might. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll draw another card.
I'm very worried.
Right,
about
that's it. I have drawn my
Just see my favourite gun corrode away. That's
drawn my 4 cards.
That's enough to send you over the edge already.
yeah, definitely.
Lunatics get stronger there. Right. Okay. Okay. Done.
Fine.
So, it's at 4, I'm at 4, so I'll exhaust the encyclopedia for an action. So I get +2
So you're at +2 for your. So that's the first action.
for my first. -2.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is that exhaust and investigate with +2? Is that the?
Yeah.
Oh right. So instead of a normal investigate,
Yes.
it's right.
It's kind of like fighting
Choose an
with a weapon.
investigator at your location. You get +2 to a skill of your choice until the end of the phase.
Ah no,
Oh, okay.
that's a
Until the end of the phase.
yeah.
Yeah. So is it one action to exhaust it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you're
the
now
second
at +2
action
to investigate.
to investigate.
You got 1 action left.
So I'll do another
Yeah.
investigate.
Ah, and you're at +2. Yep. Easy. Right. So that's you done,
Cool.
Mr. Corrosion.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's set me back. I tell you, not that I want to whinge about it.
How many clues we got? 9.
Yeah.
I will play me emergency cash from under me. Stick to the plan
Mm-hmm.
to get free resources. I think I'll draw a card. Okay. And given what that was, well, I could either move in with you guys or draw another card.
Being here is quite good.
Yeah, I reckon I'll move in.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all done. So everything resets. We get a card and a resource. I've got this card, I can't remember what it does. Oh yeah. You'll stand up. And that is the end of the round. So before the end of the round, do I want to change roles? Yeah, I think I'm okay for the moment. Right, so end of the round. Start of the next round. 1 doom goes on there. It doesn't advance, and then we all get some cards.
Oh, a young psychopath. Humanoid lunatic. After young psychopath engages you, you must either take 1 horror, or young psychopath gets a +3 fight until the end of the investigation phase.
Ooh.
Well, that's good considering I moved into the place that makes them stronger.
So it engages with you.
I'm assuming so. It doesn't have
Yeah.
any particular target.
Three
So,
instructions. Okay.
no, so I'm guessing fight. Do I want to take a horror? Can I take a horror? You've got something that heals horror, haven't you?
I do in my hand, yeah.
Yeah. I think you can
Okay,
take 1.
I'll take 1 horror, make it a bit easier to.
We could put it on there, unless it's direct horror.
No, that's
There
true.
you go.
Good point, faithful.
What you got?
I've got a test. X is the shroud value of your location. Oh, we got a test. 4.
4. 3.
3, because I think the
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
the other
3.
one's
Yeah,
gone now.
use and filth has gone.
For the head
willpower.
willpower.
Is that the head willpower?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it, isn't it?
Yeah, so you're +1 at the moment.
And this is a new round, so
I mean, I could take it off you, but I think you're probably pretty
yeah, I mean, I can boost it
good
by
with that
3
one,
if you
aren't
need it.
So
What's the penalty if you
I
fail?
don't have any. If you fail, you must either take 1 horror for each point you failed by, or randomly choose 1 enemy from amongst the set-aside monsters enemy and place it beneath the deck without looking at it.
So
Okay.
you're at evens at the moment.
At evens.
Yeah, because you're testing willpower 4 and you've got...
I got willpower 3.
Oh, 3. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're
Plus
plus 1
one.
anyway.
I'm at +1.
We're probably okay, aren't we?
Hope so.
It's only a little bit of horror.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Done. There you go, sir.
Another straight jacket.
Walls are closing in.
Test brains, where brains is the willpower, the head thing, where that's the value of your location in Shroud, which is
That's the
1.
same as that.
So I just-
Yeah.
I reckon I can handle that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be okay.
All I've got to
So
do is
you're
miss
plus
the
4.
auto fail.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
That would be typical.
Yeah, we haven't had it yet.
No,
Yeah, that's
fine. Okay, that's those 2 cards got.
Cool.
My card is Descent into Madness, Surge. If you have at least 3 horror, you lose an action. No. It's a swarm of roaches.
They're nasty.
They are.
But... Oh, no. We're a Shroud free, aren't we?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a swarm of roaches there. Help! Right, so we've all had cards. It is now the investigation phase. Well, I don't have anything in the way of weapons or anything like that to defeat this. So
Well, I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same room, aren't I? So
yeah,
I can take them
You can handle the cockroaches.
pretty easily. Yeah, yeah.
you've got a thing that does +1 damage.
I've got cards that do.
Okay.
Or I could throw my knife at them.
Could. Do you want to go first then?
Seems like a highly inefficient way to kill a cockroach. Could be. Okay, yes, I will do. So, they have got... What's their basic?
Shroud value of the location. So their
Yeah.
fight is 3.
3. Okay, so I'm at 5 already, but I want the +1 damage.
Rick is saying that Andy's mic is louder.
Andy's mic is louder than everybody else. Okay. I'd set them all to the same level. What number were you, Andy?
I don't remember.
3. Okay. That's right. Let's just turn that down a little bit. If I can see. Just a tiny little bit louder.
Oh,
There
and
we
then
go.
I've got my young psychopath to kill, haven't I? Who do I want to kill
Oh, you do,
first?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go for my psychopath first. So,
So you have +1 in the...
yeah, so that's
Smalls,
3 as
doesn't it?
well. So, I'll play Vicious Blow.
Obviously, you're just going to stab it with your knife,
Yep, basic knife.
but then add 1.
Add 1 damage to it.
It should do this, shouldn't it?
-2.
Easy.
Easy.
Okay. So that's that dead.
Yep. So that's that done. Then I will do the same thing on the cock. Do I? So the cockroaches are at 3, aren't they?
They are at 3 fight, yes.
I
Yeah.
might just take 2 swipes with my knife.
Okay.
The cockroaches for my last 2 actions.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's -1. So yeah. That's 1 damage on them.
Yep.
And another damage on them. Right, so they're dead. And that's your go done.
Excellent. Old Stabby McStabberson.
Right. What's the plan then for getting these? Are you going to come down there here and use your right of seeking?
I can do. I don't
You've got
want
3
to be
to get,
discarding
haven't you?
cards, but I can.
It's a bit out of the way, isn't it?
It's worth an experience point, I suppose. It just depends if we think that's worth.
Well, it potentially loses us a delve too deep if I lose the wrong
it's
card.
Oh no,
probably-
it's choose.
I choose.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
that's
Yeah,
choose,
okay.
choose. It's not random.
Well, in that case, I can afford to chuck a card or 2. So yeah, I could go down there.
Okay. Do you want to go next then?
Well,
Yeah,
I
might.
could get rid of a card.
Okay.
It's fine.
So if you go there, and then use your
Yep. Can I have a bag of
Oh, yeah.
bag of goodies.
thingies? Okay, so that's 1 more of these gone.
I'd already taken it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I thought
You
I was
get-
running out.
And you get 2 clues.
Oh nice.
But you have to then choose and discard.
I
a card.
will discard
So it's 2 clues for 1 card rather than
Drawn to the
That's very
Flame.
good. So we just need 1 left.
Well, there is 3 in there still.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I could go here and get rid of these.
We've got 11 now.
Yeah.
Only
Shall I
need
go
one
in there and get this?
Yeah.
Okay, so first action is move it here. Second action is just a normal investigate.
Yeah, it's only got a shroud value of 1, isn't it?
So I'm at +2.
Is that bad?
Nope, that's -X, where X is the amount of horror on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
that's
have
alright.
any horror.
Technically, that goes there.
Okay, so first action. That was my second action. Do we want to do this
So sh-
now? In the
I'll
middle of
get
my
that
turn.
spell.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so we spend 12 clues.
2, 3, 4.
I got 4.
4 for me.
I've got none.
So I've got 2 actions left. Turning a corner, you nearly bump into a nurse with light brown hair and sharp features. You tell her about the violent patients and the strange things you have seen, but she doesn't listen. When you inquire about Daniel, she informs you that he is a patient of Dr. Mintz and that he resides in the secured basement level. Unfortunately, she refuses to let you into that area of the asylum. Right, we have lots of choices.
Oh.
We must decide, choose one. Either any investigator tests fight 4 to intimidate her into giving you the keys. If successful, we advance to Act 2A, but if we fail, you must choose an option that you have yet to choose. Any investigator tests agility 4 to steal the keys from her. If successful, advance, yeah, same thing. Any investigator tests knowledge 4, it's not knowledge, is it? Intellect?
Yeah, whatever
Books.
it is.
Books.
To persuade her to give you the keys. Or finally, you knock her over and grab the keys, but remember that you took the keys by force.
As opposed to threatening her into taking
Yeah. Now, I mean, I guess we do that now.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Well, I'm rubbish at all 3 of those.
Well,
so
I've got fight 5.
You got fight 5 and you've got books.
4.
Should we do the intimidation then? Because that is
Yeah.
our best one.
Yeah. And presumably I can boost myself if I wanted.
Yeah,
Or
it's
is that
a fight 4 test,
fight 4.
Okay.
and Emily can help because you're at that
That's-
location.
that sounds ideal.
Yeah. Have you got any fight help? If not, I can always just use my special ability, which will let me draw a card as well. If you haven't got anything if you've got nothing you particularly want to discard,
I can give you an axe.
discard.
A
Yeah.
+2, because I can use it on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So
And you get the extra +1,
Yeah.
so you're at +3.
yeah, well that's 8. So should be fine. And before we do that,
Yeah.
because I've got my knife, which automatic. Oh no, it's only when I fight.
It's
Isn't
not
it?
a fight.
It's not a fight.
No,
it's
it's
just
a
it's a
fighting
skill
test. Yeah,
but
Flexing your
not a
muscles.
fight, Indeed.
not stabbing her with a knife.
No, I mean I would say waving a knife might help
Yeah.
to intimidate her, but anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. -1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, excellent.
So we've done it. Advance to Act 2A, which is version 1 because of the class. Right, Daniel is somewhere in the secured basement where the most dangerous patients are kept. Now that you have the key, you can explore this area of the asylum. So we now ignore the text on the unrevealed side of Arkham Asylum locations. So we can also get into the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Our objective is to find the patient confinement location. Find the patient confinement location with Daniel Chesterfield. You will be instructed when to advance.
Ooh.
So we're just going to put that back there.
So we're not worried about clues at the moment then.
We are not, and I still have 2 actions left.
And I've still got to play.
You can
So
go in the kitchen, or you could.
I can go here, or I can go here. I mean, why do we want to go to the kitchen? We've been told he's being kept in the basement.
Yeah.
But I want to go to the kitchen.
You want to go to the kitchen, and we're looking at, but we don't need clues.
No.
No, it's just whether we want to clear that
1,
card
2,
off at the
3,
moment, isn't
4,
it?
5, 6, 7. I've got 7 cards. I'm just going to go 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do, mate. Now that you've beaten up the nurse to get the key. No, we didn't beat her up. We intimidated her.
Just threaten.
We threatened to
Didn't
beat her
hit
up.
Yeah,
anything.
the threat of violence is more powerful than
I'm
violence.
going to put a
itself.
knife down for 1 action, take a resource 2, and a card for 3.
Okay. And we're all done.
Yep.
So enemies, no enemies. We're doing all right at keeping the enemies under
Yeah.
control for now. And then we all get a card.
Resource and a card.
and we'll get a resource. I've drawn a torch. Don't need that, yeah? 6, 7, 8. Right, next round. Do I want to switch roles before the end of the round? Yeah, go on then. So I'll switch roles before the end of the round, and then done. Right, one doom on the agenda, and now cards.
Yes. Dance of the Yellow King. If there are no lunatic enemies in play, Dance of the Yellow King gains Surge.
Don't think there are.
No, I think we've taken them all out.
Yeah.
He's not a lunatic, is he?
No.
He's not now.
So
He's perfectly sane.
yes, yeah.
Nothing
quite
wrong
clearly.
with him at all.
Mad Patient. Spawn nearest asylum halls. Pray most sanity remaining.
So spawns there, attacks Emily. What does he do?
It's,
2, 2,
2,
3.
2, 3.
Deals 1 damage.
Emily's keeping quiet. Peril or hidden? Hidden.
Both.
Both.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have
You still run a straight
corrosion.
jacket? No.
Yeah, I have corrosion, which does nothing, and so it gets surge.
Okay.
It's a maniac. So, after maniac engages you, take 1 damage and deal 1 damage to maniac. Seems
Okay.
fair.
Yeah. Oh, quite tough.
It is.
But easy to evade.
That's no fun.
Now. Right, my card.
Stole his straitjacket.
It's ooze and filth again. There must be a lot of those in there.
Yeah, must be.
So
Mind you,
shroud
we don't
value.
need clues.
We don't need clues, so
it's
shroud
not too
value at the
bad.
moment is irrelevant. Right, we've all drawn cards, so it is the investigation phase. Should I go first and see what's in the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
that'd
I
be
want to
fun.
play anything before I do that? I think I do. I think I'm going to put a leather jacket on. As my first action. Oh, I can't.
Because you're in the wrong.
Yeah. So do I play the liquid courage first?
What is that?
It's the one that can heal horror.
Okay, so that just gets it down.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, none of
We're
us are
okay,
particularly-
aren't
we're all
we?
okay, I
Okay,
think, yeah.
so I'll switch roles to be a survivor. Play the leather jacket as my first action. Second action, I'm going to move to the basement with the key. Right. So, 4 shroud, or 5 at the moment. 4 clues. Forced. After the basement hall is revealed, put the 4 set-aside patient confinement locations into play. A cramped stone staircase leads deep underground to the basement level of the asylum. Cries and howls of anguish torment you from behind the hall's many iron doors. You can't imagine what it would be like to live your days in this place. Right, I think we're going to need to move that because we have these. These are all the same on the front. These are the 4 patient confinement locations, and as an additional cost to enter, you must spend 1 clue. So basically, these are all down here in the basement. There you go.
Does that clue have to be on that specific investigator?
Is you have to spend it.
You have to spend it.
So yeah.
So I ain't getting in there at any time soon.
So where was I? I was there. I played a card and I moved. I have 2 actions left, so I might as well. No, I don't have a clue.
What's the shroud value where you are?
5.
4.
Ah,
Yeah, a bit high.
5 because of
Oh,
this.
yeah.
So. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. 2 actions left. Don't really want to start investigating here. Then again, I'm kind of there. So I will play my flashlight for 2. And then I might just have an investigate. So I spend a resource off the flashlight. The shroud value goes down to 3. Or should I wait? I'll wait till next turn.
Oh yeah.
Until
that
that's
way.
gone.
You draw another one.
6.
No, I'm gonna do something instead, which will be to play emergency cash. Right, I'm done. So I'm ready down in the basement.
So what have we got? So I
Have a mad
could
patient.
kill the maniac.
Oh yeah, I'm running down in the basement. You guys have got enemies, haven't you? Forgot about that.
What kind of damage can you do, Al?
He does 1 damage. I could have a swipe at it and then just walk away. So it would take an action to engage with it because it's currently engaged with Emily. Is that
Could
correct?
you just not hit it anyway?
I could. I was just thinking if I
How
move
much damage are you going to do if you hit it?
just the 1.
Okay,
Unless I
in that
throw my
case-
knife at it.
Could you go onto my location and hit the maniac? Because if you hit it, that will leave it with 2 health. Then I can do the maniac, move here, and do that one as well.
Yes, that is definitely.
Whilst
a
wearing a
potential.
straight jacket.
Yeah.
That is definitely a potential. The only other thing, because I was wondering about, is at some point, would it be worth me coming in here and trying to collect a clue so that if I need to, I can get into one of those places? Not urgent for this turn, admittedly, but
Yeah, might
something
be.
to think about. Okay, so you want me to move over?
Yeah, if you move here, do 1 damage to this,
Yeah,
then I can finish off both of them, and
and go from there.
yeah,
Okay,
probably anyway.
probably anyway.
Hopefully.
Okay,
So yeah, okay, I will move there.
first action move.
And then I will attack.
Rick's asking,
What's
are we
his
tempted
weapon?
to do a side scenario in Carcosa run? No. No, I prefer to just focus on the thing.
What's the weapon skill, Andy?
He's a 3.
Oh, okay,
You're on a 5.
I'm on a 6.
There you go.
So yeah, so that's 1 damage.
1 damage.
He is now got 2 damage taken, 2 remaining.
Cool. You've got 1 action left.
Yes, I mean I could take him out using my vicious blow, but I can just leave him with you to take care of.
Well, that would free up an action for me, I guess. I don't know if I'd do anything useful with it. Or you could go have a look in the kitchen. You all want to know what's in the kitchen.
Yeah, into the kitchen.
So what? You want me to go into the kitchen now?
Yeah, if you're
Might as
happy
well,
to do
yeah.
that.
I mean it's my last action, but I'll move on in.
Right, so shroud value of 2 or 3 this round. 4 clues on it,
Oh, I could potentially investigate that. Then.
and there is an action. If there are no clues on the kitchen,
Yeah.
test willpower 2.
Yeah.
If you succeed, remember that you set a fire in the kitchen.
Oh.
So this is interesting. There are things that we can do, and we
yeah.
don't actually know
Yeah.
what
Why?
impact they're going to have.
Yeah.
But we can cause a riot,
And set
and we
a
can
fire.
set fire in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Wanton destruction.
I don't know why we would do that at the moment, but
Hey.
we could.
Yeah.
If there's a button, you push it.
Yeah.
Right, so you're done.
Yes.
Andy, you're going to try and get rid of that.
Yep, let's see if my plan works. So,
Is it cunning?
not especially, but it is a
More
plan.
brute force, really, isn't it?
Shriveling.
I just like the thought of you wandering around with a straitjacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is at +2, and that's success, and that's an extra charge,
extra
I
charge,
believe,
nice.
which I'll put back on my shriveling. Right, that's in dead. My second action, I move here, and then I will shrivel the one that's on Emily.
The maniac is dead.
And we've hit a 0, so that's a success as well.
Have you spent the charge?
Yes, I have.
Because you got 1 back.
Got
haven't
one
you?
back.
That deals 2 damage.
It does.
Yeah.
There we go. Unstoppable
But you
straight
take a
down.
horror for attacking the mad patient.
Oh, okay.
But you can put it on there, which then discards that
Well-
card.
I'm going to take it here.
Okay.
I don't like discarding cards.
Well, it's gone anyway.
I'll just leave it there. My choice.
Emily, where are you going to go?
Hoover up some clues.
Yeah, get some clues. I'm going to go that way. Because I just have to discard a card, don't I?
Yeah,
Mm,
but that way you wouldn't have to discard a card.
yeah, and I can hoover these with
Oh, okay.
fewer discards.
The plan was for you to go there and get that 1,
Yeah,
but
but now we don't need them.
now I think we only need them for getting into here. Well,
Okay.
also the victory point value, but that's got a victory point value on as well.
Yeah.
So if you can get
Does.
them,
Okay, yeah, if Emily does them, I'll finish off those in
Try.
a minute.
1, 2,
and
it's at 4. I'm at 4.
oh yeah, it's 4, isn't it?
It is.
You can take it.
Just got to.
Or set yourself
read
up and maybe
something.
once this goes,
Yeah, if you've got a setup round, you can do.
Is it worth doing it for a +1 with a +1?
I mean, that would automatically turn into a +2, wouldn't it, with your special
Yeah.
ability? So
Would it, or did I use it?
I don't think you've
No,
used
you
it.
haven't
I
used
don't
it.
think I have this round, have I?
no, because you've only
No.
moved, haven't you?
That's
So
a
you
plus
definitely
two.
moved it on yourself. So
Yep,
easy.
that's a clue, and we're all done. So, enemies, got rid of them all.
I think we did.
Okay, so card. Ugh. Right. Revelation. Discard all cards you control of your current role. That's bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've not really had this. This hasn't affected me that much before, but it
now
has
is
now.
allowed to.
So I lose that, which I haven't used, and that, which I haven't used.
That's nasty, isn't
It
it?
is.
But you don't lose Leo DeLuca, which
No.
is probably a good thing.
Which is a good thing. And then what
Is
do I
that,
do?
is that discard from hand or discard from play?
Discard from, yeah.
Everywhere. Wow, that's savage.
Yeah, you control.
Yeah.
Then discard the top card of your deck and switch to that roll. Which is bad because I have lost that card. Yeah.
Not a great pull.
Ugh.
Pull.
Yeah. Well, not much I can do about that. It happens. Right. We've all drawn a card. We've all taken a thing.
Mhm.
End of the round. Doom on here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Another young psychopath.
Where does he
all coming
appear?
out.
Just on me, which is there.
Okay.
Down in the kitchen.
So you must either take 1 horror, or the young psychopath gets +3 fight. I'm going to take the +3 fight, I think.
Oh yeah. Remember, you can put the horror on here if you want to.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I have a maniac. Gauges you take 1 damage and deal 1 damage to maniac.
So you
Yeah,
take
I'll
one.
open
It
those.
takes one. Yeah, there's a lot of them coming out. I did shuffle them.
Okay. This one I might not
Keeping
say
it?
anything about.
Okay. And I got a mad patient, which spawns in the nearest asylum halls. That's here. So, doesn't engage with anybody at the moment. Ooze and Filth goes. And we are done. Did I read this? Yeah, find the patient confinement location with Daniel Chesterfield. You'll be instructed
One of
when.
these.
Yeah. Okay, so
So,
so who's got enemies?
Me?
So we should do you to work out how we're going to get rid of them. Are you able to get rid of that on your own? Or are you going to need help?
I cannot kill him,
Right.
but I might be able to.
It's pretty easy to evade.
Okay, because this is in the
Because,
way
yeah.
as well. So
I don't really want to
Yeah,
be spending a
so I
bunch of
can't.
actions running over to help.
I seem to have no weapons in this deck. I can't remember even what this character does. I think I've got a fire extinguisher.
So
When
I'll take
you-
care of my own one.
So you're happy doing that?
Yeah. Then I reckon you'll probably end up evading this one for this turn. Andy will take care of that.
What,
this
can we
turn.
ignore that one? Do we need to kill it?
Well, it depends where you're going to end up. 'cause
Yeah.
Do you want to end up down there?
I got no clues. I need to go here and get some clues first.
Okay.
Right.
Right. That's fine then. Well, yeah, we can ignore that.
Do you want to do yours first then and see how that goes?
Okay, so am I evading and then looking for some clues or running?
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, he's easy enough to evade each turn, isn't he? So it's.
Yeah, the thing is, every time it will engage with you, it will take a damage and you'll take a damage.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh yeah. And it's going to take 4.
So if we don't have a first aid kit, Oh, Scott is saying a card with permanent keyword cannot be discarded by any means. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't realise that. Thank you. That makes that card even better.
Does indeed.
I mean, the clue's in the name.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
you're not
permanent.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's true, because if you run this way, then you're just going to get engaged by
Yeah.
that, aren't you? So,
I think just evade it and look for a couple of clues. You can take a bit of damage, can't you?
you've got a knife, you could throw the knife at him for 2 damage as well.
Yeah, you got 7 health, haven't you, or 6? So you can
Yeah.
you can take a few damage.
Throw the knife for +2, that means you've got attack of 4, he's only got attack of 3. So you could boost it by 1, do 2 damage to him,
and then he'll kill
and then
himself
he'll
next
kill
time.
himself
he
the next
attacks
time he engages with you.
Okay.
Might be the way to do it.
We'll evade first.
Evade first. Okay, so what's your agility?
Mine is 2. It's got an agility of 1.
But can't you spend a
Slide.
resource to boost your agility?
I can, yes,
Ooh.
I'll do that.
So you're at +2.
+2.
+2 seems okay, doesn't
+2
it?
is alright, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
think so. That's -1.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
so
alright.
it's been evaded, so that gets exhausted and placed at your location. And now you've got 2 fractions to do whatever you want with.
So I throw the knife at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that takes you up to a strength of 4. Against 3, so it all depends if you want to
Against
boost
3.
it by
Boost it with a
1.
card.
If you've got
Yeah.
any.
I got one.
Cool.
Which is an extra +1.
Yeah.
So you're on +3. Yep.
Yeah, excellent.
Mhm.
So that's 2 more damage.
So the next time engages, you'll take 1, he'll take 1, and he'll
And then he's gone.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 1 action left.
And so I might as well try to investigate
Yeah.
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 as well. And it's only 3 now, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, yeah.
Spend a resource. So I'm at +2.
Mhm. Yep.
Clue.
Okay. All done.
Yeah.
Shall I go next?
Mhm.
I'm gonna
What's your plan?
turn my torch on. So that reduces the shroud value to 2. I have intellect of 3. So I'm at +1. I might just go for it on the +1 because that is okay and that is okay.
There's a couple minus
There is a couple of
twos.
-2s in there, but I like these cards. So, first action. Yeah,
Yes.
got a clue. Second action. I'm
No,
going
you
to
keep
move.
that.
No, because I'm going to spend it. I'll go for this one. So yeah, spend a clue. The heavy metal door is firmly shut and locked from the outside. The thin slit that would allow you to peer inside the cell is stuck. Okay, right. Yeah. That's pretty horrible. So we have 1 clue. We have a shroud value of 3, and this is a dreary cell. The action is test intellect to speak to the patient here. If you succeed, you are able to interpret her ravings. So it's not Daniel Chesterfield.
Oh, okay.
And remember that you know the guard's patrols.
Okay.
Now, my intellect is only 3. So, is it worth me trying it? Or coming out, getting another clue, and it's probably worth me trying it.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Do you have to
Since
spend a
you're
clue
there.
every time you go in there?
It's flipped over.
Or it's,
so no.
it's just to flip
I think
it
that
over?
clue was to get in.
Right,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But is that to get into each door?
Each door.
Yeah.
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 Each one of those requires a
But
clue.
now
Which is why there's 4 clues here.
I could come along without a clue and hop on in
Yeah.
there if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And beat her up.
Yeah.
So my first one was to investigate. The
Mhm.
second one was to move.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just do it at +1. See what happens. The skill tests in this scenario seem relatively easy.
Is it a +1?
Well, we don't have too many nasty ones here, do we?
and
Yeah, I'm 3.
Yeah, and I thought she was 3.
It is 3.
No, that's 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
Ah,
Test
sorry.
two.
Sorry. Ah,
Oh,
easy.
easy. Right.
Brilliant.
So we need to remember that we know the guards patrols.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So can we
And
record that, or can we remember that?
it's a remember,
It's a remember,
rather than a
Right,
record.
okay, right.
So it's only for this scenario. I've got one action left
Oh, so you have
because I
four
get
actions.
4. I could investigate that location with the flashlight.
Yeah.
To get the clue from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're not connected to each other, are they?
Mm.
No,
Don't
they're only
believe
connected
so.
to the
So you
basement.
have to come out.
Yeah, got it.
There you go.
Done. 4 actions spent.
Success.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Um,
I didn't play any cards. I didn't do anything.
okay, well, I'm going to see if I can clear out the mess hall then. So I'll go here.
Yeah.
And
Night of Seeking.
do some seeking.
Rick's saying we are playing on easy. It is true, but
Yeah.
even on other easy ones, some of these have been
Harder.
minus
Yeah.
3s.
Yeah.
It's a skull, which is bad because I lose all my remaining actions and end my turn. But I do still
Ugh.
succeed.
It's the downside of magic.
Yep. And I discard.
And you have to discard a card for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will get rid of scrying. I probably won't be using that.
Okay. Alan, in the kitchen
Yes.
with the meat cleaver.
Right. I mean, there's not much. I'm not going to sit there and wade through those clues, am I?
Probably not.
I
Crown
mean,
value is 2.
Yeah, and I've got 2.
Yeah.
I could use my special ability to
You
boost
could
it,
come up here and
but
finish off that location for a victory point.
I could,
It's true.
yeah.
But deal with the young psychopath
And-
first somehow.
I've
Yeah.
got plenty of cards to discard. Do we need to deal with her, or can we just leave her there? She's not going to follow us, is she?
What's that?
The young psychopath.
It's engaged with you though, so you've got to
Yeah,
avoid
if you evaded
all-
it.
She does. Right, yeah, she does horror damage. Although, because I was just going to move out of the way and stick the damage on the dog, but the horror damage would kill the dog.
If you move without disengaging,
Yeah.
she'll follow you.
Protect you.
Oh, she follows
Yeah.
anyway, does she?
Yeah, it's only if you
Right, okay.
evade, disengage with it, and then move that you're fine.
Okay, fine. I will take her out then.
Scott's
Okay.
asking, yeah, no, I
Vicious
don't know.
blow. So she's on 5. I'm on 6,
5?
7. Yeah, because she got plus
Oh, because
3
you
when
chose
she-
to add the +3.
Yeah. But I'm now on 7, so. Ooh.
Ooh,
+1 damage to her as well, so
So,
she takes 3 damage.
3 damage. Splat.
Action number 1.
Yep.
Yep.
Jumping over here.
Yes. And number 2.
So shroud
Then-
of 2 if you can handle it.
I will take a direct damage using my special ability, which means I can draw a card. Oh, I got my shotgun.
Hey.
Nice.
And now I've got wisdom of 4,
You took the damage to give you a plus.
plus 2 to the value of my skill test.
So intellect 4
Yeah.
versus 2.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Minus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the last clue. You have to discard a card.
Card.
Don't discard the shotgun.
No, no. Physical training can go.
Right. Well done. Not a bad round
No.
for us. So we all stand up
Stand up.
and we all get a card. I got it again.
You sure?
I got 3 of them.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, there's 3 of those in there. Crises of identity. So discard all mystic cards. Don't have any.
No, that's fine.
And then I switch roles to rogue.
So
Fine.
you've ditched your other Leo DeLuca.
Yeah. So that's fine.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
good.
all right. Happy with that.
Yeah.
And I get a resource.
Oh,
Does this one re-engage with me now? Maniac?
Actually, yes, we shouldn't have done that, should we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I skipped ahead to the upkeep, but
Right.
actually that should have done that
Actually-
first.
right. And then
So
that
he
does
And then
that.
you
Yeah.
take a damage, you take
That
damage.
should have done
dead,
that at
yeah.
the end of the enemy phase, I believe.
Yep.
Yes.
Enemy phase ends. Oh no, it's in the upkeep phase.
Okay.
Ready exhausted cards. So reset actions, ready exhausted cards, then we get the card and the resource. And when it readies, it will engage with you, do damage. That is all done and dusted. Right, next round. That goes on there, and we will get some cards.
And we've got, is it 3 more to go?
Yeah.
3 more to go after this, yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to hammer
There's
through
your
those
card.
cells.
Need to get to it.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
Dance of the Yellow
And
King
face.
again.
Again,
If there are no lunatic enemies in play, Dance of the Yellow King. Gay
there
search.
is a
There
lunatic,
is a lunatic
in
enemy
play.
in play. Otherwise, test willpower free. If you fail, the nearest lunatic enemy readies, moves one location at a time until it reaches your location, engages you, and makes an immediate attack.
Wow, right, okay.
Well, I'm not even going to bother boosting it particularly. I wouldn't have thought.
No, because if that happens, it happens.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's free versus free.
Mm-hmm.
Minus
Minus 1.
So it happens.
moves 1 at a time until it gets to you, engages with you, and then does an attack, which
Yeah.
is 1 physical damage.
Which I'll put on my dog so it takes the damage back, and I get to draw a card.
Okay. There you go. David's here in the Facebook chat. Hi, David. Thank you for joining in. We are probably about halfway through this scenario, I guess, from the time. Oh, it's 9:30. Gosh.
Finally.
It's normally about 2 hours per scenario, isn't it? So
Yeah, maybe we're nearly done.
maybe we're nearly done. Doesn't feel like we've done that much.
No.
It feels like there's more to do.
Yeah.
Emily's keeping quiet.
Mm.
There you go, Mr. Straightjacket.
Oh, God, hang on a minute. Let me check. Right, fine, yep.
It's keeping all these cards. I'm going to keep this one as well. Okay. Interesting. So we're all done. So it is now the investigation phase.
Cool.
Who wants
So-
to go first?
Are we all thinking get towards there, or shall I start to move up this way and see if there's anything going on up here?
Well, you've got no clue, so there's no point you heading down
I've
that
got
way.
one clue.
Oh, you have got
Yeah.
a clue,
That
yeah.
just happened to
Well-
appear as a doom.
Emily's got 2, so that covers for 2 rooms. Paul's got 1. Yeah, between Emily and Paul, we've probably got
Yeah.
those 2
But
covered.
between Emily and Paul, can they kill anything?
Well,
No.
It
Nope.
would be my one
But-
worry.
I've got a
do we
flashlight.
need to?
Well, we don't know, do
Well,
we?
no, we've no idea where
Well,
Daniel
that's
Chesterfield. Well, Daniel Chesterfield. He presumably is in one of these 3 rooms, but we don't know what he's going to do when we
So
find him.
I would suggest they go first then, and we react depending on what
Yeah,
they find.
Or maybe Paul goes first
Yeah.
as he's there, and then we'll react depending on what he finds.
Okay, I can do that.
Mm.
So my first action is to move to here.
1.
My second action and third action is unfortunately to discard this.
Ah.
Because with this in my hand, I can only move once per turn. So it's a bit of a shame. But now for my fourth and final action, I will spend a clue and I will move to patient confinement cell number 2. Right. It's an occupied cell, shroud value of 5 with 1 clue on it. Test fight of 2 to release the patient from his bonds. If you succeed, he howls like a wolf and tears off through the basement. Remember that you released a dangerous patient. Okay,
Okay.
so,
Don't know if we want to do that or not.
and that is my go done.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
I mean, it might be worth, for an extra victory point, it might be worth Emily clearing out those
Yeah.
last 2 clues.
I think so.
But for an extra
Yeah.
victory point, it's got to be, hasn't it?
If you're able to,
If you're able to, Emily, obviously, yeah, that's...
use your
Yeah.
encyclopedia and get the last 2 easily. Possibly, if you're in an area of safety, you've got no enemies on you.
No,
Yeah, no, I can do that.
Okay.
All the bag, please.
Oh, yes.
Good job you've had a dog. Yes.
Oh, let's see. Yeah.
Oh, what was his name? Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor the dog.
Trevor the dog.
It is.
Are all your dogs called Trevor?
All of them. Every single dog. Goes the same one.
Yeah, nice. That's a couple of XP we're getting from clear
So
locations.
that was
Excellent.
2
Yeah.
goes.
And using the book as
Oh
well.
yes, that was 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 3 altogether.
Right. Does one of us go down that way, or do we both go up this way?
Yeah, it probably makes sense for one of us to head down that way. Any preference? I mean,
well, my arch nemesis is up this way, so
well, you can go take him out then.
I'll go and head up this way, shall I?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we still don't know the benefit of.
No,
Of
no,
getting
no.
rid of
This
it.
might be a bad thing.
So how
Rid of him
far?
over and over
1,
again.
2.
Well, hang on. So 1 goes to there. I get this guy attacks me,
Oh, is he there?
which I will put.
Oh,
on
you're
the
just moving with it.
dog, which gives a retaliation attack to him. I draw a card and he dies.
All right. So you just wander around with him attached to your leg.
Yep. And I've drawn my weakness, which is not good. So that could change a few things. So he dies.
Yep. So the weakness triggers.
So the weakness triggers. Put chronophobia into play in your threat area. At the end of your turn, take 1 direct horror. I think I'm going to have to spend my last 2 to discard that because I
Fair
don't want
enough.
to be taking any
Done.
horror.
I'm scared of clocks.
Yeah.
Clockophobia.
Chronophobia.
Well, what would you like me to do?
Is there any more setup you need to do?
Yeah, because I was going to say you could almost hedge your bets and move here and do a bit of setup and then see what happens to Paul next turn.
Well,
Or you could just get on down to.
I mean, yeah, that's not a huge amount I need to play.
Well, maybe you could
can
head
move
off down
too.
that way, and Emily
Yeah.
can start moving up with me, and then we've got one of us that can do a bit of damage in each of the pairs.
Yeah, if I go 1, 2. Shall I head down into the hall as well? Get ready to look in a room?
Basement hall.
Could do.
Might as well. Gives me
Feeling you're a bit
options next
isolated
turn.
down here on my own.
Yeah. There we go then.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's too late now.
Enemy
we
phase?
haven't. Can I use that shortcut to move into there before the end of my go? Because
Yeah.
otherwise I'm going to have to discard down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
that's it,
pretend
why
to do
not?
that.
Yeah.
Waste of the card.
That's that super powerful card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So we're all done. Enemy phase. Do we have any enemies in play apart from
Nope.
bloke?
No.
Right. Okay. We all stand up. And we all get a card. And we all get a resource.
Yay! I got my grotesque statue
You
at
need to put
last.
that back in the bag.
Oh yeah.
Rick just spotted it. Thank you, Rick.
Ooh, I should have discarded that one last
What
time.
have I drawn? Okay. Right. We get a resource. We're out of resources up here. We got any over there?
We do.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some.
What's the hand limit?
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so next round. I'm doing one here. We have 5, and we all get some cards.
Surge. If you have at least 3 horror, lose an action. Which I don't.
Oh, I can't use my statue
Walls
until
closing
I'm in
in.
my straitjacket.
Oh, you're gonna have to get out of that straitjacket.
Test willpower X, where X is the shroud value. 1.
One.
I'm liking that. If you fail, you must take 1 point of horror for each point you fail by, or randomly. Okay, so I will just
Not bad.
test that without boosting it.
Yep.
Excellent. Easy peasy.
Yellow sign.
Test 4. If you fail, take 2 horror and search your net for madness weakness. I mean, I can take that off of you if you're going to struggle with it, but then you've got 4 willpower already, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got 4. And I can boost it.
Okay. Might as well that.
Yep.
Yep.
We've drawn a lot of those.
Oh
skills.
yeah. I mean, I suppose there are 3 in there, but it's still a
Yeah,
pretty.
we've still drawn a lot.
Yeah, we have.
But
Yeah.
that's good because they're only -1.
Yeah. Yeah, if they were -2 or 3, we'd be
Oh,
a bit
good
more
God.
popular.
A third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a bit concerned about what they mean when we finish.
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't think. If you've got them in your hand at the end, I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just
Just-
say there's a lot of things I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Right. So I've now suddenly been put in a straitjacket.
Oh.
So I lose my flashlight.
I mean, I can potentially take it off of you. No.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
I thought that card would be really useful, but I think I've only used it.
No, it is. If we drew a bad enemy,
Yeah,
you've
it's
got
true.
your gun or something. Yeah. Okay. So we've all drawn cards. It is our go.
Excellent.
I might do the whole thing there because I can boost my fight.
Is it possible he's in that one?
Well, no, but I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what this stuff is doing, and
No.
as Andy says, if there's a button, push it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I need to switch roles so that I can activate the scrapper. So I'm at 3 versus 2, so I'm at +1. I'll just add another 1 to make it +2, because there's no -3s in there, is there?
No.
When you
No.
looked earlier
No,
on?
no, no.
Right, okay.
No, none.
So yeah, first action is I'll do that, and I'll try and release this guy from his bonds. Yep. So what do we need to remember? That we've released a dangerous patient.
Yep.
Okay, so we've released a dangerous patient, and we know the guards.
Can we put some sort of marker
That's what I was
on
thinking.
those to show that
Let's
we've
put
actually...
these on. So yes, we've got that, and yes, we've got that.
Yeah.
So that was my first action.
Mm-hmm.
I can heal horror from people if anybody needs it.
Not
He
especially.
does, really, does he?
No.
I could get that clue if we really need to. Yeah, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to use this card that I put in for a bit of fun, which has been totally useless until now. Commit only to a skill test that you are performing, and only if the difficulty of that test is at least 2 higher than your base skill value,
Ooh.
which it is.
Yeah.
It's 5, and I'm 3.
Yeah.
So I get
Okay.
+3,
Awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
basically. So it puts me up to 6, so I'm at +1. Yeah, +1 would be fine. And I can play it because I'm, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
+1 on getting a clue.
Oh.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
stupid card. Got 2 actions left. I mean, do I need to get rid of the straitjacket? I don't think I do. Oh, in fact, I shouldn't have lost the flashlight. It goes back to your hand,
Ah,
which means I can play it again, and it comes.
comes back
The
with more
batteries suddenly recharge.
recharge.
Nice.
Not as
Um,
it seems, is it? But you need to get rid of the straitjacket to play it.
I do. 2 actions left.
But if it takes 2 actions to get the straitjacket off and you're not sure
Yeah,
what to
but
do,
it's
it
not-
might just be...
It's not penalising me. I think I might just move to here. And I'll draw a card. Ooh, okay. Right. Done.
Well, I'd like to go looking in one of those
I have a
rooms.
card in my deck that I don't think should be there.
I don't think
It's Mr. Peabody from the last scenario.
Ah, I see.
There we go. Right, okay. I'm done. Let's have a lie down.
Right. I'm going exploring.
Scott's saying the hidden cards clog your hand and restrict what you can do. But do they clog your hand? Do they take up a... I seem to remember that they didn't count towards your hand size.
Ooh.
Nope, a hidden card counts towards
Right.
your hand size.
Oh, okay.
So it is a
Yeah.
card in hand.
So this is a location with the shroud value of 2, a willpower test of X where X is the amount of horror on you. If you succeed, you recognise the room and recall the way out.
Ooh.
So
That
I
could
might
be
as well.
useful.
Well, actually, for reasons unknown, I'm not going to do that. So for my second action, I'm going to come back here, and then my third action, I'm going to go in here, spend another clue.
Is that the one, or is he not here at all and he's in the garden?
After patient confinement is revealed, advance to Act 2B.
Oh, right, there we go then.
We found his
him.
cell.
Hey,
Fourth time
last
lucky.
one.
It was the last one. But presumably we'll reveal this first. Yes. When you enter his cell, you find Daniel huddled in the corner of the room, sobbing and rocking back and forth on the ground. No mask, no mask, he stammers over and over. You help him to his feet and try to console him, telling him that he is not crazy, that strange events have been occurring throughout the town ever since the King in Yellow returned to Arkham. "It's Nigel!" he exclaims, gripping you tightly. "Nigel made us speak his name. He made us speak the oath, and now he lives inside us, controlling us. Don't you understand? He rambles on. We spoke his name, and the price was paid. Hastur, Hastur, O king. You believe you might understand more about the situation if you can calm him down, but you'll have to get him out of this asylum if you are to accomplish that. Choose an investigator at patient confinement (Daniel's cell).
Okay.
Not you.
Any investigator.
Yeah.
At Daniel's cell. Put the set aside Daniel Chesterfield card, asset side up, which is Daniel Chesterfield. He's not doing all too well. Put that into play under that investigator's control, and it is an ally. You don't currently have any friends, so
Yep.
you now have one.
He's a straitjacket buddy.
Shuffle the encounter discard pile and each enemy beneath the act deck into the encounter deck. Thankfully, there's only one.
Oh, that was the monster I randomly chose out.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have Act 2B. No. Oh yeah, that was 2B. That was the other side of that. Yeah, right. Act 3A, planning the escape. With or without Daniel, you have to get out of this place as soon as you can. Ignore the text on the unrevealed side of Arkham asylum locations. Okay, so in other words, the doors are unlocked now. We have an objective. This is ace. If investigators have performed 4 of the following, you can advance. Know the guards' patrols? Yes.
Yeah.
Set a fire in the kitchen? No. Incited a fight amongst the patients? No. Released a dangerous patient? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recalled the way out
No.
and distracted the guards.
Okay, so we've got to do 2
How
more
do we
tricks.
distract the guards? Is that?
Well-
Which one was this? That
This
Starter
one was
Riot,
find the
wasn't
way
it?
out.
It's got to be the garden.
So
Gotta be,
find the
isn't
way
it?
out
It's got to be.
is that one. So we can easily do these 2, can't
Right. So as soon as we've done 4 of those things, we advance. Nice. So it's all about, causing a
Yeah.
we? So we can
diversion,
almost
so we
do
can-
that this turn.
We can get out.
Yeah. And
Right,
we-
where are we up to? Was that
So that's my go finished.
your go
Yeah.
finished?
We've still got Alan and Emily.
So Emily, you're over there. You've got rid of all the clues.
Yep.
Are you able to do any of these 4 things?
She's too far
I can
away.
just get
She
there,
can
but
get
I
there,
can't
but
do
can't
it,
Okay.
activate it.
which is a shame.
So I don't know if there's any value in her going down that way.
Do you want to go first
about
and see what
Alan?
happens?
Yeah.
I wondered if you could do both.
Oh, no, because I've got to get a clue, then spend an action to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Yeah.
I'd imagine even if I went up
And then if you
here,
get-
I'd
yeah,
have
No,
to...
there's
you wouldn't be
gotta
able to
some
do
kind
2.
of-
No.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, let's... So I've got to investigate.
Rick saying, "Hello," says Mr. Peabody. What are you guys doing inside?
Right. Can I boost me book? I reckon, as it's quite important,
We can't light the fire until there's no clues left anyway.
I
Yeah.
have to take a direct damage to boost my skill by 2,
Which gets you a card.
which gives me a card. Well, that's okay. So then that gives me book smarts of 4 against 1. Oh, what's a? We haven't had one of them, have we?
We have,
We have
minus
one.
X, where X is the amount of horror.
So that's -1.
Okay.
Excellent. So that's the clue.
So that's 1 action, is it?
That was 1 action to investigate. So then it's an action to
I've just realised the text is missing.
incite a fight.
Yep. So that's 3 of our.
And
Things
then I
done.
reckon I might have to ditch a card if I don't play one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've already got 9, so I definitely want to play a card. So let's play emergency aid for 2 and heal 2 damage.
Emily should have moved first so that Alan could benefit from her ability. Yep, good point. We're not really
Yes,
making
true.
full use of your ability, are we? We keep not being in the same place as you.
I smashed it anyway.
Okay, so we've done that. We've caused a riot.
Yeah, so we've got 1 more to do now.
One more to do. Which one do we want to do? And what's the easiest one for you to do next time?
Well,
Andy's
that's
already
pretty
in.
easy.
Oh yeah, but you haven't got one in the one you're in, have you?
No.
No.
So yeah, that one's just a.
Yeah, let's just say
willpower
I won't be
test.
doing any of them.
2.
So is it better for
Yeah.
Emily to go here, ready to do that next
Yeah.
time?
Unless you can do it easily.
What is it? Boosting willpower. I've only got 3.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I've got
I've got 4.
yeah. I mean, I've got millions of cards to
She
help.
might as well move in there just so that it's there to be
I've
done
got
next.
loads of cards to
1,
help.
2, 3.
Okay.
Done. Enemy phase.
Enemies.
No enemies.
No enemies.
Okay, so we all draw a card. We get a resource.
Resource.
And then we all stand up.
Stand up.
And I have to ditch a card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, crap.
What you got? You've angered the spirits.
Yeah, that's me out of action for a couple of rounds now, actually.
Oh, that's okay. Oh yeah, because you need to get rid of it, don't you?
Yeah, and I can't at the moment because of the treachery.
Right. Okay, so we need to slow things down a bit. So
Tricky with that.
you've got time to get rid of this. Okay. Next round. So that goes on there.
We've only got one more go left.
Yeah, but that I don't think that'll end it.
I reckon we'll just slowly start going insane or
Yeah.
something. Is my
We will see.
the yellow sign. I've drawn that quite a lot. Test willpower 4. If you fail, take 2 horror. Search your deck for madness. Blah blah blah. So I knew I should play Brother Exactly last time. Okay, right.
This is where
So-
things start to go wrong.
I will. So that's 4. I will definitely take a damage.
There is an Act 4 as well in this scenario. So that's not the last card. There is
2.
another one.
So I'll draw a card. In that case, then I'll just use that card that I've just drawn to boost that. So I've now got willpower 3, 4, 5, 6.
Where are you getting the 5 from?
I used my special ability to take a damage
To add 2.
to add 2 to the
Okay,
skill
yeah.
test.
So 6 against 4. So you should do it. How are you doing for damage? Oh, you're right. aren't you?
Yeah, I've just I used an emergency aid
Oh,
last
okay, to
time
heal.
healed 2,
Yeah.
and then obviously 2 went on my dog, so I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Yep. Fine. There you go. Have a card.
Oh dear. Humanoid lunatic.
Oh.
The worst kind of lunatics.
I mean, I can take it off of you if you think you're going to struggle with that.
For reasons unknown, I cannot attack the lunatic.
Well, I can take that off you then.
Yeah, I need a couple of turns off to sort myself out,
Well, in
so I
that
can't
case,
help.
let me
I
handle this.
could go there and beat it up.
I mean, I can just...
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we're not in any big rush to advance this, because Andy needs a couple of turns to sort that out. I've got this and loads of resources,
Okay, well, yeah.
and it's only got 2 health, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Actually,
it
spawns
doesn't
nearest
spawn there.
Asylum Hall.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. So it
So
spawns
it's
here.
not actually too much
Right.
There you go.
better.
That's fine.
So yeah, ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
My
good.
turn then.
I'll
Yeah.
use that card if it's the last.
I could still go and beat him up.
This one spawns here as well. You can do both of them.
Dynamite.
Okay. If you have at least 3 horror, lose an action. Nope, I don't have any.
You could draw another one there for then that really would be dynamite for it.
Walls closing in. Test willpower X, where X is the shroud value of your location. 4. Oh dear.
Oh, well, if I take that off of you, shroud value of my location is 1.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you're desperate to use the card.
I mean, it seems like a good one, unless you particularly
Yeah.
want to spend
Yeah.
ages boosting your willpower up. What?
True.
If you
do?
fail, you take 1 horror for each point you fail by. So that would be quite bad.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Or
Or
randomly choose an enemy from amongst the set aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck.
mm,
Well, I think we've already done the point where.
we think, but we're
We
just
think.
about to have that flip.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to take it off me?
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
it off people.
Just
So,
this.
you are considered to have drawn that encounter card instead. You get +2 to each of your skills while resolving that
There you
card's
go.
effect.
So you're on 5 versus 1.
Yeah.
There you go. Adam's saying, you know that the Act says ignore the text on unrevealed locations. Well, this doesn't apply to the cells. You still have to pay clues for those. It was in the FAQ. Okay, thank you, Adam.
Okay, so I've got to pay
So,
1.
skull, handle.
No, because it was already revealed, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, it was.
yeah, we'd already paid, but that's useful to know that there is effectively errata in the scenario. You done it?
Oh,
That
yeah,
goes back in.
That goes back in. I'm terrible for that.
So we've all drawn our cards.
Yeah.
It's our go.
I might as well go first, get
Go
mine
on.
over with. So for 2, I'll get rid of that.
Which stopped you.
Stops me doing fast
activating
abilities,
those
which
abilities,
is this
yeah.
one. So for my third so for
It's not. It's a free. and that's
free
a
actions, I'm going to use those 2.
Yeah. So you got one action left.
I'm going to play this one. Oh, actually, does that count as an ally? No, it doesn't, does it?
It's not an ally. No.
Yeah.
you
So I could return one of those to my hand if I wanted
Yeah.
to. Well, that one's got no charges, so it's not doing anything.
Yep.
But yeah, go on then. Let's
Okay.
have that one back.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my 3 actions done.
Right. So
Shall we go with
Okay.
Emily next then and have her do the last of our...
yeah, because then we'll see what happens when this advances.
Are we doing it, or
Yeah.
didn't Andy have to get rid of?
Well, I don't think that's going to end it.
No.
That's going to move us to the next
I need
act.
one more round. Next round I can clear before.
Okay.
So try not to stitch me up.
Yeah. Cheers, Adam, for that. We have opened all of the cells, so it didn't apply to us, but it is useful to know.
Right, it's 4, isn't it?
Oh.
When X is the amount of horror on you. Oh no. I have no horror on
Oh,
me.
okay, so it's a willpower
Of 0?
0.
Should be nice and easy.
It's a willpower 0 test.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where X is the number of horror.
So I'm not going
on
to
you.
boost it
Nope.
No, I wouldn't probably bother with that either.
because I'm full. Hopefully. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's it.
We've managed
There you go.
it.
So we
Got
have.
4 of the things.
We know the guards' patrols. We've incited a fight amongst the patients.
Yep.
We've released a dangerous patient, and we've recalled the way out.
Yes.
Okay. An orderly's scream echoes across the hall. Within moments, an alarm rings loudly throughout the institution. Nurses and guards rush around the asylum in a desperate attempt to control the situation. You feel dazed and your vision is spotty, as though you've been struck by something heavy. The walls blur together and twist. Creatures begin to emerge out of crevices and corners that did not exist moments before. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and each enemy beneath the deck into the encounter deck. If at least 3 monster enemies were shuffled into the encounter deck by this effect, no. The investigator with the lowest willpower discards cards from the top of the deck until the monster is ready to draw those. Right, okay, so we're fine. Okay, so that goes there, and we are now on Act 4A, No Asylum. All hell has broken loose. Ignore the text on the unrevealed side of Arkham Asylum locations. The garden gains action. If there is no ready enemy in the garden, resign. Finally, a way out. Objective, if each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Okay, so we've got to get out.
Yeah.
So the garden has a resign ability, and that's where we need to basically leave. Okay, so we've got to go up there, and we've got to get rid of that.
Yeah. Do...
That was your first action,
That's
wasn't
my
it?
We got a
first
few
one.
enemies in the way as well.
We need to move. What do you
So
want
I'll
to do?
move out
Yeah.
for my second action. And then I'm not going to go in there.
No. So if you stay there and do something, I'll go in here and I'll take these on.
Yeah.
With me straight jacket.
Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to do that? I mean, I could move. Well, we'll let Emily do it.
I'm going to put on a bulletproof vest.
Cool.
Just have a feeling I might need
Just
it.
in case.
That's it.
Okay. Right. Shall I go next? See what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want me to throw
Charge.
dynamite in there.
Oh.
Oh.
We're
Well,
not
you'd
going to
have
get
to go to there.
better.
Yes.
You could throw the dynamite here and just kill that.
I mean, yeah, that is
Yeah.
another possibility.
Yeah, because that will save an action on engaging him as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I mean, he is aloof, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first action. So these two engage with me.
Sure.
2 mad patients. And then I attack one of them. So I take a horror when I attack one of them, which I'll put on there. My fight is 3. but I am going to boost it by spending 1 resource for the scrapper, which I can because I'm in scavenger mode. So I'm 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. 4 versus 2. Yep, that's 1 damage. So that was my second action, was it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Third action, I'll do the same again. Take another horror. So that goes on there, which means that card is now discarded. It was a flashlight. So that's on there. So that's dead. And then my next action is I'll attack that one, spending a resource. Who needs knives and guns? Yeah. Okay, so that's 1 damage on that. I take another horror. And that is my 4 actions. Bring it on. Oh, there was a take 1 horror to automatically evade a lunatic enemy at this location. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'll just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Done. Your go.
Right.
Yeah, dynamite
I
time.
mean, do I trot into the garden, see what's in it, and then I can
Nah.
trot back out and then throw the dynamite in it? Kind of wandering, going.
You
yeah,
could,
fair
but I
enough.
don't think there'll be any monsters in there, will there?
Nah, I
I
wouldn't
don't
have
think
thought so.
so.
I doubt it, but I mean,
Monsters in
Chuck the
garden.
dynamite. Go on.
go on then.
Throw it.
Do. Let's go whoosh. Throwing the dynamite, deal 3 damage. He's goner.
Don't we need to mark something?
Yes,
Yeah.
we mark on the campaign thing that we've taken him out
Where,
again.
where is that? Where is that? I can't remember where that is. But that goes to your discard pile, doesn't it?
Yes.
Chasing the stranger. It's
Yeah,
that
that's
one,
the
isn't
one.
I think
it?
that was it.
That's the 5th time I've taken him out. Go on.
Yeah, because there's one scenario where he did it 3 times.
Yeah, I think he kept popping up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right, so then I might as well move into the place
Okay.
where I've just blown to high heaven.
The gate leading to the garden is locked. You cannot enter the garden, except we ignore that. So, 4 clues, shroud value of 3. If there are no clues on the garden, we can test agility 2. If you succeed, remember that you distracted the guards, which we don't need to do.
Yep.
Basically, that location has a resign ability.
Is that an action?
Is an action. If there is no ready enemy in the garden, resign.
Fine.
So, you've got 1 action left.
Yes.
You could resign.
No.
Okay.
I will play my emergency cash for
Yep.
3 resources.
Are we all done?
Yes.
Okay. Enemy phase. This enemy punches me. I take a wound. Damage. Thing. Any other enemies?
No.
Okay. So we all stand up. We get a card. My internal injury. It's very thematic
Ooh.
since that has just hit me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
it's just hit me and my internal
Oh,
injury
fantastic.
has triggered. Which is fine because I'm probably not going to have another turn. Because I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, resign. So I'll be... I do get a resource though. Right. Everybody drawn their card and done their thing?
I need a resource.
Yep.
Now, next round, this advances, which is good in a way. It means we're getting to see all of the game.
Yes.
In the back of your mind, a force
8.
beckons. Have you seen it? It calls to you. Glimpsing something in your peripheral vision, you turn and find a familiar symbol peering back at you wherever you look. It is etched upon the doors, drawn on the walls, painted on the patient's canvases. You cannot escape it. The lead investigator must randomly choose an enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and shuffle it into the encounter deck without looking at it. Was it those?
Yeah, I think so.
Check the campaign log. If Constance's domain is not listed under VIP's slain,
No, because we spoke to her. But I'll just
Right.
double
Oh,
check.
you can. We could slay and speak to her, couldn't we? So I've got to shuffle all these.
yeah.
No, we didn't slay her.
Okay, so I need to search the collection for Constance's domain and spawn her in the garden. So if she's not dead, she's there,
Right.
basically. So I need to go and find that card,
Right.
wherever that is.
Excellent.
Then we have Agenda 3A, his domain. Flee. Flee while you still can. Forced. When you would place an enemy beneath the Act deck, Shuffle that enemy into the encounter deck instead.
Right.
Okay, and we have 8 turns, otherwise we're probably dead.
Yeah.
So I need to find Constance Domain.
8 turns seems like
Yeah.
plenty, I think.
We need 2 more to get out.
Where would you
don't we?
be?
Yeah, but if you can hang around slightly longer, I can delve too deep.
Oh,
Maybe get to your garden, get
Yeah.
to the
And
garden, and
then-
then start delving.
Yeah.
was she in Curtain Call? No, she was in the party.
Yes, she was at the party.
Doesn't tell you where it is. It just says
No.
search your collection. I mean,
so yeah,
it'll be here forever.
yeah.
Constance Domain. There we go.
Right. So what is? Oh, victory 0. But I've got to kill her, or we can't leave.
Yeah.
You can handle that.
Well, what does it say? If there are no ready enemies,
Yeah.
so you can exhaust her.
Oh, and she's only got an agility of 1.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, that's
just,
okay.
just run away from her.
I kind of just want to get the shotgun out and shoot her. Though.
Yeah, go for it. I'll help you when I get there.
6 health though.
Yeah, but the shotgun can do 5 in one go, can't it?
That's true. As Emily knows too well
Yeah.
from a previous campaign. Right. Okay. Yeah. And Scott's saying, and now you can't resign while she's there.
Do we need to draw some more
Did you mark
cards?
down for defeating the man in the pallid mask? Yes, we did.
We did.
Oh, and
yeah.
John's here as well. Hi, John. Thank you for joining in. Right.
So we need
Okay.
Have we got to draw some more cards?
We need to draw some cards.
Oh, a maniac. After the maniac engages you, take 1 damage and deal 1 damage to the maniac. So I take a damage.
And draw a card.
So I can take that on the dog,
Mm-hmm.
bin the dog off, and effectively give the maniac 2 damage. Because the dog will bite back.
Yep.
Dog bites back. Right. Okay.
Poor old Trevor.
Yep.
And I get
Trevor
card.
2. The dog bites back.
Oh, and I drew another guard dog.
Trevor 2.
Trevor 2.
got to do a willpower test of 4.
So would she be engaged with me?
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to boost it by 2.
Okay. Any other victory points lying around? Really, isn't there?
No, just what I've got, I think.
You may choose a skill card committed to the
this
test.
But you didn't commit one, did you? Oh, you
No.
did? Is it a skill card?
No,
it's not a
it's
skill
an
card.
No.
Right, okay. Yeah, Scott's just pointed out Constance should engage Alan, which we got. Another card.
Okay, I will test. Success.
I've got Descent into Madness, which doesn't affect me, but it's got Surge, and it's a Mad Patient to go along with my other Mad Patient.
You're collecting them.
Yeah, spawns in the nearest asylum halls. Yeah. They all look the same. Right, so we've all drawn cards. It is our go. Do I just get rid of these?
Have they been drawn on you? Have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 of them again. Yeah, I might just stay and get rid of them.
What are they?
They are lunatics. Oh yeah, so there's take 1 horror, evade, automatically evade a lunatic enemy at this location. Yeah. Unless anybody's got any other way of
Before
getting
you
rid of
do
these.
that, should we move out the way? Otherwise, it will go on us as we go past.
I won't be going past.
No, because I'm aiming to kill them.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. So I'll be spending 3 actions. I'll be spending 1 resource per action to boost my fight to 4. So it's 4 versus 2. So it's basically 3 checks. But I'm taking massive amounts of horror from this.
But should I come to your location?
I'm not playing any cards.
No.
So
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So first one is a -1. So that one's dead. And I take a horror. Okay. Second one. Yep. Take a horror, and that's dead. Third one. Take a horror, and that's dead. Right, so I took 3 horror in total from killing them. So I'm on 4 horror. But they're all gone. And my one last action will
You don't want to
be...
move that way.
No, I'm going to try and get rid of some of this horror.
What does your internal injuries do?
I'm going to take a direct damage at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am going to play... I am going to switch roles. To Rogue. And then spend 1 resource to play Liquid Courage, which just goes wherever. So it's got 4 things on it. And I can drink them next turn to recover some of my things. So at the end of my turn, I take 1 direct damage because of my internal injury. Okay. That is me done. But I have defeated 3 mad lunatics.
Okay, well, I'd quite like to do mine next to get it out of the way.
Okay.
So to start off with, I will randomly choose one enemy from among the set-aside monster enemies and place it beneath the act deck without looking at it.
Does it go straight into
straight
the
into
deck?
the
It
deck.
does.
Yeah, so that discards this one. We'll have
Okay.
that one.
So we got to
That
reshuffle all of
gets...
these.
No, I think we just shuffle it into there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That one is discarded.
So that's your first 2 actions done.
That's one action.
That's 1 action.
Yeah. For my next action, I will do Uncage the Soul to play Rite of Seeking for a cost of 1.
Oh.
So that comes back in with 4 charges. I will immediately exhaust it and chuck 1 on there. So we're almost there on that one. So for my third action, I will play Astral Travel.
Oh.
So that is a spell which allows me to move to any revealed location.
You're going to the garden.
I am.
Right. Nice.
And I got to check a token from the bag.
Just in case.
In case it makes me lose an item or an ally.
Yeah. You left something behind.
Yep.
I knew I'd put the keys somewhere.
Actually, do I want to do that? Because
Yeah,
I could risk
yes.
losing Daniel Chesterfield. We don't want to lose him, do we?
We don't.
No.
So let's say I don't do that just yet.
Okay.
So he goes whipping back over there.
Yep. I'll get my 3 resources back. So, in order to avoid that, I would have to get an item into play, which would mean I'd have to spend a couple actions getting rid of the straitjacket. Or I could just say to hell with it and start running
Just
over.
start running.
Yeah, I'll just start running.
Yeah.
Astral Travel's quite cool though.
It is
Yeah.
very cool.
I wanted to do some astral travel, damn it. Yeah, I might as well peg it over.
You have to walk like the rest of us.
Are you going to use, how many actions did I use? 1, was it? Playing the Rite of Seeking?
I think you did something else first.
What did I do else?
Oh, you got rid of that. That was 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I've 1 action left.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Emily?
She's going to start running.
Yeah.
2,
3. And Alan.
Right. So first of all, I'm going to chuck.
Oh, if anybody wants a cup of tea, John's putting the kettle on.
I'm going to throw my knife at the maniac.
Okay.
So can I have that?
Yep. Back.
So a fight of...
Fight of 7.
So +4 should do it. Yep.
Yep.
Maniac's dead. And what you're doing about Constance?
I reckon I might just evade her for the minute. So I've got evade of 3.
3 versus 1.
Yeah. Oh no.
That should go back in. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
It's fine.
So she goes.
She goes back there sideways. And you can now resign if you want to.
No, I will hang around
Yep.
for
You
you
can
guys.
hang around for a turn or two, and I
and
can
I
do
will
some
bring my shotgun out.
delving.
Oh, right.
I hope I don't get corroded.
Okay, and we're all done. So, enemy phase.
Is she ready?
Yeah, there's no... Well, she'll ready in the...
All right.
When we all stand up. When we all ready, she readies, engages with you again. Found you.
Yeah.
No hiding behind a bush, getting your shotgun out.
Yeah.
So a card and a resource. Oh, I found my shovel. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next round. So that goes on there. Is this going to be the last round?
No,
Yeah.
I
Not.
can't get out. I need at least 2 rounds to get out.
Oh yeah.
You're drawing your corrosion.
Draw me corrosion.
1, 2, 3.
5 I goes to
That's
shotgun.
just... Yeah. Draws a gun, it corrodes. Draw a shotgun, it
That
corrodes.
is so upsetting. I flipped the table, but it's quite hefty.
Rick's got to disappear. Thank you, Rick, for your help. And Adam's got to be disappearing as well because he's up at 3 a.m. Ooh,
Oh.
Crikey.
didn't think 3 a.m. existed.
No.
Except when it was. Yeah. You drawn
Got
another
to
secret
do
card? Oh no, it's
another
not a secret card.
test.
Okay. Bag.
Oh, sorry.
Baggy.
Oh,
It's at 4. No. Test. Where X is the shroud value of your location. Oh, it's
1.
1. No, I'm 4. Oh no.
no, auto fail.
Auto fail.
If you fail, take 1 horror for each point you failed by.
Which is 1.
1.
That's
Or
lucky.
Shroud.
randomly choose 1 enemy from amongst. Yeah,
Yeah, I
take
think
a horror.
I'll take 1 horror. Yeah, that was lucky. I played that. I should not have played that. Yeah.
Okay. It's a maniac. Take 1 damage and deal 1 damage to maniac.
Everything has +1 shroud until the end of the round. Right.
Glad you picked that after I did that.
Yeah.
Maniac's going to slow me down a bit, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to evade him before I run. I mean, I could attack him, but I'd have to attack him twice, so...
Should I be just leaving? Does anybody need me around?
Well, if you can come and take a little poke at the maniac, then that would make it much easier for me
I
to
can.
get rid of it.
It's just...
Yeah,
It's,
with your internal injuries.
I mean, I could
and,
spend 2 to get rid of that, then move there.
By the time you've moved,
Then
then you'll
punch
be off,
that.
won't it? I reckon.
But
I reckon
then-
you should just come this way.
Are you able to deal with that?
Well, I mean, I can probably evade it. It's only got an agility of 1.
Yeah.
I've got 3.
And it's
So-
not got Hunter?
No.
No. So you just evade it and run away from it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if you... Are you going to evade her?
Yes.
Okay. If you can evade her, I'll
Yeah.
just go 1, 2, 3 and resign.
Okay, well,
Right. So shall I go first then?
Yeah.
Or-
well, I'll do my evade first, as
Okay.
I'm furthest
Yes.
away from
Okay.
escaping.
Yep.
Okay, so that's evaded.
Yep. Evaded. And it goes back there.
And I go 1, 2.
Okay.
And I'll exhaust that one
So that's that done.
to do that thing. So that's sorted.
Okay.
I can't believe I lost my shotgun. That is terrible.
That was pretty terrible look.
Right. So I
Oh,
will,
Rick's staying. He was just saying goodbye to Adam. Right. Okay.
I will evade.
Yep.
Yep.
3 versus 1. Two actions left.
Yeah. I'll.
Can you kill it?
No, I could have if my shotgun hadn't corroded, but it's got 6 health. So I will probably draw a resource. And
Everybody's all right for horror, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was just me
Yeah.
then.
draw another resource, and I'll just hang around for a bit.
I'll go 1, 2, 3 and resign. Yeah, if there's no ready enemies, resign. Right, I'm out. Yeah. That's me gone.
Yeah.
Are you
She
resigning
doesn't-
as well?
She's not ready
So
when
I
she's
might
been
as well
evaded.
resign as well. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't really have anything.
We're out. Okay. So, end of the round.
Mhm.
People stand up. Enemy phase.
Draw a card as well and things.
You ready? Yeah.
Card and
Draw a
resource.
card and a resource.
Oh, my weakness. For every 2 damage on you, take 1 horror. I can handle that.
Oh,
It's alright, isn't it?
1 horror.
Yeah. I'll put that on there.
So that card is discarded.
Discarded, and it was another one of my guns. So
Typical.
You're so
I
unlucky.
had 3 guns.
With your weapon.
One was under there and
I
2
just
corroded.
Stick with the knife from now.
Yeah. I only had 1 knife in the deck and it's
I
been
know.
with me all the way through.
Right.
It's a good job. I'd forgotten to use that actually. It's a good job I didn't because there's nothing else in my deck to look for.
So, next round. That goes on there. You get a card. I assume we don't get cards because we're not in.
Yeah.
Ooh. Asylum Gorger.
Oh, that's a monster, isn't it?
It is.
Right.
Spawn
Oh.
basement halls. So
Nice.
That's alright. Hunter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Asylum cannot make attacks of opportunity and cannot attack during the same phase it moved from its hunter keyword.
Yeah.
Basement hall.
Let's have a look at it. Oh
Pretty-
gosh.
pretty tasty, but it doesn't even give any victory points. So.
Does it move?
What? No, yeah, it's got
Yeah,
a
it's
hunter. So it'll follow us, but I'm just looking
Take
at
a while
it.
to get
It's
to
big,
that.
it's nasty,
And it can't do attacks of opportunity.
and it's from this set. So it's, yeah.
Right. Do we have any lunatic enemies in play?
Yes.
Is
that
that a
one?
lunatic?
Yeah,
It is.
lunatic.
Okay. Test.
Let's go back in.
Oh yeah.
Test the heady thing with 3. If you fail, the nearest lunatic enemy
Runs
readies
towards-
and
Rushes
moves
towards you.
until it reaches you. Okay, so I got +2. Okay, a success, just about.
Done.
Yep.
Okay, right. Off you go then.
Do you want to hang around for another turn?
Yeah, I'm sure I can keep evading. So if I go first,
I'm just thinking if I delve too deep, we can get an extra experience point out of
it's
this.
always worth it, isn't it? Right. Well, let me
If,
go
if,
first.
if we're going
then.
to do that, I should probably do it now.
Oh, what? That is in now.
Or I could do it at the start of next round and hope we can deal with it.
I don't mind.
Yeah, okay, so if I get myself here.
Don't forget that she's. Oh no, she's in with me, so it doesn't matter. does it?
Yeah. I might as well ping a scrying at it or shriveling or something.
Mm.
No reason not to, so.
Are you not doing the delve too deep now?
I think I might wait till the start of next go because otherwise I've got no actions
Okay.
to react to it.
Right.
If that's all right with you, Al?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Ping the
Okay.
shriveling, that's it.
Yeah. Just try and do a couple of damage.
When I go through my deck, it's just take a horror.
What's its attack, Al?
No,
Attack is
Don't
4.
think you
No.
get anything, do you?
no. Somebody suggested it was in the chat one.
Oh, I
but it's not.
failed.
Okay.
Failed?
Yeah. I only had a,
We
I only
never
had a
fail.
+1.
So did you hit?
I could have
Alan
backed you
then?
up. You could have-
Oh,
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, so you've hit me, haven't you?
Yeah.
yeah.
So for how
Yeah.
many?
This is really bad. 2 damage.
2 damage, I guess.
Okay. So I'll
Oops.
draw- So you didn't ask if you wanted a backup, and then you went straight in and you
Got
hit
all
me.
Well,
excited.
you were all busy chatting and not listening.
Right. Cool.
Me and
Okay.
Emily are outside having a cigarette going,
Yeah.
where have they gone?
It's all right, we'll be out in a minute.
Glad we got out of here.
What do I think? Okay, well let's evade first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If Mark Harron does 5 or more damage for explosive, that's okay.
Yep.
Yep. So she is
Evaded.
evaded, and then I will play.
Have you got another gun?
No, unfortunately
They've
not.
all
no.
gone.
They are all gone. I will play a beat cop for 4. That's my second move. I'll exhaust the beat cop. No, so I've already taken the damage. I won't do that this turn. And then for my last move, I might as well just hit her.
She's got a fight of 4.
Yep, I've got a fight of 5,
Okay.
and I will overpower it.
Yep.
-2.
Success.
Success.
So you draw a card.
So draw a card.
So that's 1 damage on her.
Yes.
Okay. All done.
Mm-hmm.
So enemy phase. This one hunts to there. And then in the readying phase,
That one comes back.
who wants her?
Oh, I actually wouldn't have hit her last time.
Oh, she's
While
got +3
Constantine
fight
is
while
exhausted,
fighting.
+3 fight, so she would have had 7.
7.
I would have had 7, 8, and I drew a -1, 7, so I would have hit her.
You did it.
Okay.
Right, yeah, yeah. +3 fight while exhausted.
Yeah, so I would have hit her.
Yeah. Okay, so who's going to take her?
What's the agility
You've
thing?
both got 3.
Yeah, so you might as well take her.
Yeah, might as well. I can take a bit more damage,
Yeah,
I suppose.
I've got 4, and if I do one
Well,
more
assuming
Sophie
you evade
flips-
at the start, it's not
Yeah.
going to affect anything.
No,
It'll be fine.
unless some dickhead comes along and hits you when
Yeah.
you're not looking.
Shall we see what nasty cards we get then?
Well, it's a Doom on here. And then, yes, card for you.
Draw. Oh yeah, we've done that, haven't we?
Drawn a card and taken a resource.
Yep,
You've
done
not
that.
taken a resource.
No, I definitely haven't taken a resource, have I?
You
I
might
don't think
not.
I drew
So
a
I wouldn't
card
have thought
either.
you'd taken
No.
a card. No.
Okay.
Sorry, chat, if I had already taken a card. Right.
Scott is saying you do take horror when you need to draw from an empty deck. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's
So it's
one
only
horror.
when you need to draw from an empty deck.
Right. Okay. So the deck doesn't get reshuffled
No.
or anything. So
No.
right, there's a young psychopath,
Yeah.
Spawn nearest asylum halls.
and I will
Okay.
take a horror on the beacon.
That's when it engages.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Off
Right.
you go then.
Okay,
You're going to
so
have to get out this turn, aren't you? 'Cause
yes, I'm going to delve too deep. I'm sure we can handle it.
which
So
is
you have to evade her first.
I can have to take
Yes.
damage if I don't. Maybe. Actually, yeah, should I do the evade?
it's evade, delve too deep, and then resign.
Yeah,
isn't
let's
it?
do the evade first.
Yeah. Depending
Yeah.
on how many monsters he leaves me with.
Okay,
before
let's
you-
go with evade.
3 versus 1.
Yeah. That'll do.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's
Evade.
evaded. So her fight is now 7.
Okay,
Now delve too deep.
now we'll delve too deep.
So you both draw.
Ooh. Lowest remaining sanity, Hunter.
That'll be you.
Yes.
Right.
So you're not going running this turn.
But whilst they're there,
Yeah, I can't
you
leave.
can't.
No.
Neither of you can
No.
resign,
No.
can you?
Yeah. He delved too deep
Yeah.
They did.
and found a screeching Bayaki. Yeah, that thing.
So I've got a test.
Rick's saying your card will trigger 2. No, your card will trigger AOO. Yeah, I think that was the thing that we
Yep.
decided not to do.
That's a success.
Okay, so that's okay.
Yep.
Right. So that was your second action.
Yep.
Your third
Right.
action cannot be to resign.
What does that leave us? What do we need to do to resign?
You need
So-
to have no ready enemies at this location.
Yeah.
So you could kill the young psychopath with a shriveling,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. And
then-
ideally, don't hit me.
Yeah. And then Alan could evade the screeching Bayaki, but then you'd still be there because you've only got 1 action left.
Yep. Is there any chance Alan can evade both? Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm still going to be
It's
here
your turn,
regardless.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
I
reckon we have to maybe.
We just got to try and take
out.
them down, haven't we?
Yeah.
So last charge off the shriveling.
Yep.
If you hit
But
me,
it's
you
okay.
could
I
be
can.
trouble.
I can
Well,
get it back
before you
if we
draw, make sure you boost
What,
Yeah,
so I got
like a boost
I got a
from
5.
the
What's the thing you need?
2.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
two.
that
No
should be
boosting
fine.
needed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Thank
fine.
you.
So
That's that gone.
Yep.
and then young psychopath
He's dead.
is dead.
Okay, so that's your 3 actions done.
Yeah. So
Just going to beat it up.
It's
You're not
gotta
going
be,
to
isn't it?
I'm
resources.
going to exhaust that one to have my shriveling back in case I need it.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'll exhaust the beat cop to deal 1 damage to it. and the monster.
Okay, that's quite cool. Oh, that's the upgraded
That's the
beat up, isn't
upgraded
it?
beat
Yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
But I won't choose to do my thing, as I've not
Yeah.
got many things to
So it is optional, is it?
Well, it's a
Oh yeah,
whizzy
yeah.
roundy arrow.
Yeah. So unless it says forced, I think it's
Yeah.
optional. Yeah.
Then
Thank you, Scott, for the pronunciation of Baiki. Or Baiki. That thing.
I will hit him with my first attack using home front.
So
So it means if I
you're 9 versus 3.
yes, 10 versus 3
10.
because I've got the beat copy, which is +1.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's not bad. 0.
So if successful, move 1 damage from Mark Harrigan to the attacked enemy,
Yeah,
as well as the.
as well as the normal damage.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good.
So that's me first attack, the first action.
Right. Nice.
The second action will just be to attack him normally. -2. Yep.
Done.
Done.
Dead.
So he's deaded.
Third action.
Third action.
Run away.
No, I reckon that Andy could probably do.
Some backup. I've got the hostage here.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
tricky
that's
one,
true.
yeah, 'cause
You still have Daniel.
It's an extra.
It's an extra card.
card drawn, so it's the extra potential to get
yeah.
a monster. But I still think we're better off having both of us here
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
than not. So with my last action,
Take a resource.
I will take a resource.
Okay. So you're both done.
Yes.
Right. This readies. Who's going to take it?
I might as well take it again, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And no other. Oh no, there is. This hunter comes here,
Yeah, he's not going to get us.
and then next round. So you get a card and a resource.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to discard a grotesque statue.
Okay, Doom on there, and you both get a card.
No monsters. It's a monster. It's quite hard. Oh, spawn basement halls. That is fine.
That's
I was
fine.
going to say, how are we
Hunter.
getting all of these monsters all of a
Yeah,
sudden?
it's another gorger.
Right, so that leaves me with Dance of the Yellow King. Okay, so that's a willpower test, and a lunatic's going to charge at me.
Do you want some boost? Do you want to boost it? Might as well. Win.
Well, I'm on +2 already,
Oh,
so
okay, no point.
yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
It's done.
Right,
So
you go first and try and evade, and then
So
we
it's
can
just
both.
about evading that one.
yep. Okay,
Constance.
I shall evade successfully.
And who's that?
Yeah,
Excellent.
That's
That
it,
monster
isn't it?
we killed that didn't give us any experience, did it?
Which one?
The monster I just.
Not sure. Where was it?
I don't know. Where did it go? I'm not making it up, did I? I did kill a monster here, didn't I?
The bio-
Oh, I put it in me. I put it in me thingy.
There we go. Has it got a victory
Oh, it
point
has got a
on?
victory point. on it.
Excellent.
Oh, awesome. That's a bonus.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, so that's
So,
it.
yeah, so we evaded it. So you resign, I resign,
Yep.
That's it.
and we had a bit of tension towards the end.
And we are done.
And we are done.
Right. Okay. So, if you took the keys by force,
Which we didn't.
read the following. Otherwise, read the following. Right.
Yeah, because we intimidated her for the keys.
Resolution
didn't we?
3. Do you want to write it down? The guards are too busy controlling the situation and restraining the asylum's patients to notice your escape. Resolution 3, which is... Do not read until the end of this. Resolution 1, Resolution 2, Resolution 3. Right. Each defeated investigator should resolve investigator defeat first.
So we.
We
Okay.
weren't defeated.
Before resolving any other resolution, if at least one investigator was defeated,
No.
well, we were, because we resign.
That's
That's
not
not
defeated,
defeated.
is
It's
it?
not defeated, is it?
No, I don't think so. I think defeated is.
We weren't
Dead or-
defeated.
No.
Right, okay. I think you get locked up in the asylum if you
Oh,
do
really?
it. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
right.
Nice.
Okay.
With the asylum staff distracted and patients running amok, you are able to slip away without being noticed. You escape deeper into the garden behind the asylum, where a 2-story tall fence topped with barbed wire is all that separates you from the outside world. You have little time and need to make it far away from the asylum before the guards return and spot you. Using a straitjacket you'd found inside, the one
I'm still wearing.
You scale the fence quickly, breaking into a run as you make it to the other side. In your campaign log, record that the investigators escaped the asylum. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 4 XP. Nice.
Pretty good.
If Constance Domain, brackets a little too sociable, is in the victory display.
No.
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 So because we didn't slay her, she might come back again.
Ah.
Remove all cultist, tablet, and elder things from the bag.
But we don't do that. Was that
We do.
Oh, okay, that wasn't
And we add in 2 elder things. So take the cultist out. Add in the heart-shaped things.
Right, so what have we got?
Proceed to interlude.
How many heart-shaped things should there
2.
be? 2. Is that one? Is that heart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Proceed to interlude number 2. So we have an interlude. Right, Lost Soul. If an investigator resigned with the asset version of Daniel Chesterfield under their control,
Yes.
proceed to Daniel Survived. Right, Daniel survived. You decide to lay low for some time in Mars boarding house and hide Daniel from the authorities, although you're unsure how long you'll be able to stay in Arkham with an escaped asylum patient. Daniel is a loose cannon, dazed and unresponsive one moment and screaming for his life the next. It takes several days for him to realise he's no longer institutionalised, which for some reason makes him even more terrified. He's coming for me, he's coming for me, he rambles, sometimes for hours at a time. Finally, during an unusually warm and starry night, Daniel is calm enough to open up to you. The King in Yellow is not just a play, he explains. It's a being named Hastur, and he's already claimed me. But there's still time for you. You are not yet possessed. You have yet to speak the oath. Whatever you do, speak not his name. Do not give in. You ask him about strange events that have been happening across town and of the cultists and creatures that you've encountered. They are trying to find Carcosa, he says matter-of-factly. You recognise the name as the fictional city from the play, the one the King in Yellow rules over. They want to release Hastur from his prison, but you can open the way to Carcosa before they do. You can seal Hastur for good. He grips you tightly as he rants. Quickly, before the stranger discovers our plan. Hours later, Daniel is incoherent and unresponsive once more. You take a long walk to ease your thoughts, mulling over this new information. You're unsure what to make of his wild claims. Before you can make a decision about what to do next, you return to find the door to your room broken open. Daniel lies in a heap on the ground, his face colourless and body limp. Judging from the bruising around his neck, you surmise that he has been choked to death. Each investigator earns 2 additional experience as they gain insight into the machinations of the Tattered King. The investigators must then decide. Option 1, possession, oaths. There must be another explanation for all of this. Proceed to ignore the warning. Or, option 2, we must heed Daniel's warning. We must not speak the name of the King in Yellow. Proceed to heed the warning.
I reckon we heed the warning.
Heed the
I
warning.
agree.
Yeah, it seems fairly
We
obvious.
didn't
doesn't
go to
it?
this trouble not to heed his
Yeah.
warning.
I think.
Right. So, yada 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 yada. Wow, there's lots of different options here. Heed the warning. Right. For hours, you struggle with this insight into the King in Yellow. What is true? What is real? Only you can sort through this madness. In your campaign log, record that you heeded Daniel's warning. Mark 2 conviction in your campaign log. So what does that put us at?
I think, is it 3 conviction to
3.
1 doubt or
Okay.
something like that?
Each investigator earns 1 additional experience as they gain insight into the machinations of the Tattered
Wow.
King.
Blimey, so we're on 7 now, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the campaign, anytime an investigator speaks the name of Hastur aloud during a scenario or during the setup of the scenario, that investigator must immediately take 1 horror.
Crikey. Okay, I've got to avoid that.
So that means if we accidentally say the name,
Yeah, we could end up.
that's
killing
quite
our
cool in a
character.
way.
Yeah.
So we can't say the name.
It'll just be he who must not be named.
Yeah. But if I'm reading out the scenario introduction,
We'll just get a code name for him.
but I've got to read what it says.
Yeah.
Call him
And I'm-
Bob.
Do you?
Yeah.
Bob.
And I'm a bit worried about reading out stuff that's on the cards and whether there's.
I
gonna
think
be-
we still have to read it out. If it says it, we have to read it out. I can't not read it out. Anyway, we are done. Thank you very much to everybody for joining in and for the help with the rules and everything else. And if you didn't join in this in live and you're watching it afterwards, then yeah, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying them. We are now, that is chapter 4 of 8,
halfway through.
unless we die at some point. we seem to do okay there.
Yeah.
Apart from at the end, which was a little touch and go.
But that was us pushing our luck for a bit of extra
Yeah.
experience.
These
wasn't it?
scenarios seem easier than the ones we did in Dunwich.
Yes. I think we've got. Well, obviously we've got our own custom decks, haven't we? Which.
We do, but
I
even
suppose you did in
then,
Dunwich
we
as well
yeah,
anyway,
we've done
didn't
it.
you?
Yeah,
Of course
yeah,
you
yeah.
did, yeah. Sorry, I was
Even then, we've done. Yeah, we've done okay. It
Yeah.
was a good scenario. I enjoyed it.
I did as well.
It was
Very much.
because obviously there were these things to do in various locations
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
knowing why.
Yeah, and then it was. Oh, okay.
But it was all about distracting them. We don't have a date for the next one, but we will sort that out offline and work out when we're going to do it. And yeah, Scott is saying that does include reading the scenario setup. So, but it's me that reads the scenario setup.
So you don't have
We
to
might- No, you have
say
to.
it then.
Yeah,
You better be careful.
Yeah, you'll have to.
that's
come
it.
up
Am
with
I,
code.
am I allowed to actually just
Well,
not
that's
say
fine.
what's written in there?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Surely
right.
you're not.
Thank you very much to everybody for watching. We will see you next time. And this Friday, I'm doing a live tutorial and playthrough of Summit mountain climbing game. So if you're interested in that, that's this Friday. Right. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you
very
later
much.
on.
See ya.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.